some healing, but I ain't done much. Hello, can you hear me? I'm in California dreaming about who we used to be when we were younger and free. I've forgotten how it felt before the world fell at our feet. There's such a difference between us and a million miles. On the other side, I must have gone 1,000 times to tell you I'm sorry for everything that I've done. When I come, you never say to me, on the other side. But at least I can say that I'm trying to tell you I'm sorry for breaking your heart. Ain't no matter you dare, gonna tear you apart anymore. Hello, how are you? It's so difficult for me to talk about myself. I'm sorry. I hope that you're well. Did you ever make it out of that town when nothing ever happened? It's no secret that the both of us are running out of time. From the other side, I must have called 1,000 times to tell you I'm sorry. I think I'm done. You're never home. At least I say that I try to tell you I'm sorry for breaking your heart. Tear me apart. Hello, everybody. I'm Dr. Nick. Hello, Dr. Nick. Let's roll. The Pips, the Players, the Hustlers, the people of Boston, and everybody else in between, from Costa Rica to California, Montreal to Minnesota. The Twisted Tuesday has begun. The late night anger management class. Let's roll. Nice to see everybody that have joined us so far this evening. Tonight's guest. I don't know if you follow me on Twitter, you're aware. Jeff Feinberg, everybody. Jeff Feinberg, everybody joins us. Jeff Feinberg. That's what this show is missing. Sound effects. Needs more sound effects.
God, I hate computers. As I stated today, like conspiracy theories and stuff like that. Like conspiracy theories. Like that hooker and shit. She had the black book with all like the big time politicians that she slept with. And she went on the radio and she said, I am happy. She said, I have legal problems, but I will not kill myself. And then, of course, like 3 days later, she killed herself, right? So I told Cam Stewart this earlier today, but I stand by this. If I, for some reason, like off myself in the near future, I want you to file a lawsuit against Apple. I want you to file a lawsuit on my behalf. You can keep like 10% of the money, give the rest to cats. And file a lawsuit on my behalf and basically state that, it was pretty much the death of him. Like he was a degenerate sports gambler, and no, he never offed himself. He had a lot of problems in life, but he never offed himself. But he did talk to me a lot about Apple causing him grief. Like just say when they ask did he tell you anything? Well, I didn't know much about him. I didn't really know him besides on the air, but I do know that he was very upset about Apple computers. And, he had mentioned a few times how Apple computers were going to be the death of him. Like, I think, I'm going to leave like a note, actually. I think I'll do it tonight after the show. Maybe I'll do it during the show here. We'll type, like, it'll be like sort of like, for the record book. Like, if I jump off my balcony, I want to be clear that it is due to Apple. They're a big corporation, fuck. They'll settle the lawsuit. They'll settle the lawsuit. I'm going to start keeping a log of like all the instances. Apple causes me to have fucking advanced heartbeat. Apple causes me to punch hole in wall. Apple. No, the Apple is fine. I'm just on a computer too often. That's the problem. Yeah. It's sort of like guns and people. I don't really know if it's the gun. It's more the person. I don't know if it's the computer. Like, if I actually went to court, Apple would be able to beat me down pretty good. They'd just say, listen, you're just a frustrated fucking loser that has a lot of problems in life, who for some reason or another channels all of his anger and rage due to his past failures onto our company. Our computers are fine and they're the most popular computers in the world. Our stock is worth more than the entire economy of the country of Italy. We think you're the whack job, Mr. Morency, and we think you're the problem. And to prove it, we are going to have a chimpanzee operate this Apple computer and perform the same tasks that you do with limited stress. They could show me like talk, 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 fuck. Then they just show a fucking monkey. So, maybe it's me after all. Maybe it's not Apple. It's it's a very, very distinct high possibility, actually, that the Apple computer is fine. No, it's just I'm not fine. Maybe I'm just turning into Abe Simpson, writing angry letters to Modern Bride magazine. How come there's only young people on the front fucking page of your fucking magazine? We've actually had a pretty nice night of picks too tonight. Again, I'm still upset about that the 6 a.m. motherfucking screw job. The old sports rage screw job of the night was an early morning penetration that wasn't asked for. Those motherfucking Slovenians. You knew it was going to happen. You knew it was going to happen. I didn't know that fucking Ken Dryden was playing goalie last night for Norway. It's fucking ridiculous. It's amazing in hockey, isn't it? Fuck. You knew it was going to happen. Guys, we had a great night last night. We crushed it. All those games, all those wins. We like quadrupled our account. And for one reason or another, as I was doing it, I actually sat and stared at it for like 1 minute. It's not too long. Maybe 2 minutes. I was like, am I sure I want to do this? I put like almost everything on fucking Slovenia last night. I'm watching the game. I know some of you were watching the game. We're watching the game. It's 1-0 Slovenia. It looked like it was the fucking 1978 Montreal Canadiens against this year's Montreal Canadiens. Like, it honestly looked like a pro team against a high school team. Fuck. Like, it was like 16-2 shots on goal. Slovenia scores. They're fucking all over them. They hit 3 fucking crossbars when they were up 1-0. Fuck. I fucking knew the fucking screw job was coming. Knew it. We knew the screw job. Oh, the old screw job. Nothing like a fucking screw job at fucking 5 a.m. before you go to sleep. I nearly threw the fucking computer through the fucking window last night. That fucking cash out button, fuck. I'm going to cash myself out soon at this fucking rate. So, yeah, we've got them plus 120. They're up 1-0. They're fucking dominating them. I know hockey, all right? They're fucking dominating them. Never seen anything like it before, fuck. It's fucking 1-0. It's inevitable. They're only minus 167 in game. I'm like, all right, I got to take this, fuck. I'm going all in, fuck. Fucking I built up my account from like fucking 150 bucks into 600. I'm like, let's go, fuck. Thank God I had the unders and shit, fuck. But, so I'm like, all right, I'm going all in. I already have Slovenia. Let's put another 300 on this, fuck. Fucking 5 a.m., 4:30 a.m., sitting here in the fucking dark. Fucking smoked all my weed watching this shit. I fucking knew it too, man. They're up 1-0 all fucking night. We're out shooting them like fucking 36-6 or something. Crossbar, goalpost, crossbar, fucking just missed the net. Oh, hey. And you're like, man, if you guys don't bury this one soon, you know Norway's going to score soon. Fucking Norway somehow. These cocksuckers have 2 goals all fucking tournament. A fucking lucky-ass, stupid fucking goal. Fucking unbelievable screw job ever, man. Like that, you know, that was just fucking, well, what are you going to do? How many of you people watch that? Like, you know, it's fucking, you know, really, it's 5 a.m. or whatever it is. I'm sweating this out. It goes to overtime, of course. Like, oh yeah, this is fucking great. Goes to overtime fucking right away. And we even had a power play to start overtime. We don't smoke pinners, and we'll boot your ass for repeating that. I think they play again tonight. I think they're right back at it, actually. USA and the Czech Republic should be starting. What, did it start? I don't fucking know. I never know what fucking time this shit is at. Yeah, here it is. It fucking started. Of course it did. Fuck. I think it started 8 minutes ago. But 365 is confusing. I think they count upwards, stupid. Dig upwards. I'm not laughing. What up, Johnny Kicknuts? All right, I'm a little pissed. I want to get in on this game. Total is now 4.5 plus 100. That's the thing with these Korean Olympics. I haven't known what any time of anything ever fucking starts, man. It's just fucking constant. I spend half my fucking day dealing with fucking bullshit. Fucking upload this, download this. Oh no, you got to reboot this. It's like, fuck off, man. I'm getting tired of it, to be honest. I'm a fucking talk show host. I'm not, my dream was never to sit in front of a fucking computer for 12 hours a day. My dream was never to fucking spend half my fucking day on system preferences and launch pads. Fucking Don Lemon. Fuck. Shut the fuck up, Don Lemon. Don Lemon, you know what, Don? You got to learn what breaking news actually is. Fuck. Fucking breaking news tonight. Fuck. Russia is a country. Yeah, I know, Don. Fuck. I know you're still shocked. It's fucking breaking news. Fuck. All right, let's bring Feinberg in here. See, nothing but a lot of crap on TV right now, man. All right, here I finally the USA are up 1-0. All right, now we can jump in on the 5.5, post a 5.5. There we go, 5.5 minus 134. Let's go. Now we're jumping in. This Kentucky-Arkansas game, we're on Kentucky plus the points. We've got Kentucky plus the points. Right now in game, it's 171.5. They're 50-50 right now. It's one of these deals where, Kentucky went over the number against Alabama over the weekend. And if you notice, it's almost like teams are starting to play to the opposite. Like, look, like Miami last night, Miami Hurricanes. Miami haven't been scoring at all recently. Last night they put up a bunch of points at Notre Dame. Suddenly Kentucky are scoring. I think Kentucky are to the point. Kentucky are a lot like the Cleveland Cavaliers. The Cavaliers struggled, and then it gets to the point where it's like, wow, the Cavs shouldn't be getting 5 points against this team. And we saw before the All-Star break, the Cavs started to cash some tickets. I think we've arrived at that point with Kentucky right now. All right, I'm talking, just fucking click. This game, they're scoring like fucking crazy in this game. They're scoring like crazy. We're already on Kentucky plus the points, but we're going to grab over 173.5. It's already 52-52, and there's still 16 minutes left in the game. It's a track meet. All right, let's bring in Jeff Feinberg right now. Feinberg, always a pleasure. How you doing?
I'm doing well, Gabe.
You got your what's this look you got going on here? I'm trying to find a description here.
I don't know. It's one of those military NFL hoodies, but I'm wearing a hat because just people just say I look too baked or something if I'm not. So. You think that the hat somehow makes you look less baked? Or you're just having a bad hair night? Yeah, I don't know. Just wearing it low. I don't know. I bet on this Czech Republic team. That might have been a mistake. So we'll see. USA just scored. So
Yeah, I just grabbed the under 5.5, and I see the Czech Republic are all over them. Fuck.
Yeah, but the USA scored.
Yeah, we're having one of these old-fashioned rage starts to the show tonight. Everything's upsetting me. I was saying, I'm a talk show host, man, and I spend half my fucking day, dude, fucking working on computer shit and fucking uploading this and that, and drives me. I guess this is the world it is nowadays.
Yeah. 2018.
Yeah, but it's fucking annoying, dude. Like, I miss the old days. I got to hire Jason Gold back. That's what I need. I got to bring Jason Gold, hang out all day. He can smoke the pinners. I'll smoke the fatties. And whenever something goes wrong, I can blame him. Now that I do it myself, and look at this, fuck. When I talk, fuck, it looks at you. When you talk, it's at me. We're out of sync. Fuck. Fucking Apple. Again. Fuck, I hate Apple. All right. Speaking of lighting one up there, I think it's already that time of the evening. All right, Jeff. So we got a lot of Blue Jay fans.
Yeah.
Last night, a lot of them were defensive, and I don't know what it is about the Blue Jays, dude.
Weird, right? We're weird like that.
You all, sort of badmouth Rogers, but every time they do a move, it's sort of like politics. It reminds me of, I'll never vote for that, or that'll be the line. And it's like, well, yeah, whatever. Like, there is no line for the Jays. And now, and whatever they do, not just the sheep in the media. I expect him and Sid to fucking toe the party line. I expect Michael Grange to be boring and toe the party line. I expect Jeff Blair. I expect that from these fucking fuck faces. But I don't expect it from fans. Like, if the New York Yankees would do the stuff that the Jays do, WFAN would be blowing up. The New York Post would have fucking a picture of a fucking dumpster on fire. Dumpster fire. Fire everybody. In Toronto, the media goes along with it, and then the fans go along with it. The fans defended Anthopoulos leaving. The fans defended Edwin getting. Oh, no, they offered him a contract, and that's what they want you to believe. It's constant in which the fans just accept the Blue Jays fucking bullshit. It's baffling to me. You're a Blue Jay fan. Explain it to me.
I don't really have an explanation other than I think to a lot of people, even really big Jays fans, they kind of just resort to Blue Jays baseball, for lack of a better term. I don't know. Hopefully you get what I'm saying here, Gabe. It's kind of just like a summer chill. Do you know what I mean?
It's not a, we better fucking win the AL East this year.
Yeah, it's just like a summer chill, and I don't know, and that's a really sad way of maybe explaining it.
You're right. It's become that much of a, and it is a good point in which the sense that there's a lot of people that go to Jays games, and I think about 5,000 of them a game are in my condo, who they're not baseball fans. They're fans of going out and getting drunk and having a good time. And I don't know why they do go there. They charge $18 a beer there to do it. But yeah, you're right. It's a culture in which even smart baseball guys, a guy like Gary and Thorne, I don't know what his feeling about this, but I remember in the past, he'd often defend it. Well, it's the smart thing to do from a business, smart this. They're not the fucking Cleveland. It's not even the Milwaukee Brewers are bringing players in. They're run like a small market operation. Craig Ballard is a good guy, on Twitter, a big Blue Jay guy. He's at the Blue Jay blog. He's like, no, it sets up well for a couple of years. They'll have all this money, and it's always setting up well in the next couple of fucking years. When is it now for the fucking Blue Jays? It was for 2 years, and it's like they didn't like it. We don't like making $200 million in profit.
Do you know what it is, Gabe?
We don't like selling 5,000 jerseys a day. Let's just rip them off. Rogers should just sell the fucking team at this point.
Rogers, it is clear. The most upsetting thing is Rogers is clear in that they, at this point, they're kind of sort of in the midst of, happier just keeping this new wave of Blue Jay fan that happened in the last 3 years, as opposed to maybe appeasing that old time Blue Jay fan, but I'll say this, going back to Anthopoulos, and before me and you linked up again, and while he was still with the Jays, I spent some time at TSN Radio, and because it's a power network, you'd be able to get a guy like him regularly for interviews, and all he did, literally for years, was preach sustainable winning, building it. And then they made that Marlin trade, and everything sort of got, put on this, fast track. And at which point the team stalled out until they made all those deadline deals. When they, and everyone's like, yeah, Anthopoulos made all these trades, but he, for years preached sustainable winning and then blew it up and did something different. And in fact of the matter is, I think the guy who's in charge now sold himself to Ted Rogers and Rogers ownership as being able to turn this into, build what Cleveland built. But when it's time to spend, there might be there will be money there to spend. But I don't know. I don't really know how to explain it, Gabe, because I'm the fish you talk about. I'll be watching on TV all summer, and I'll go to my 5, 6, 7 ball games. Like, there's no doubt about it. Like, I am that chill. Like, I don't know. I don't even know how to explain it.
I love Major League Baseball, but
I like going to the ball game. I can't. I like watching the ball game. Like,
all right, I guess, but it's a fucking ripoff. Like, Jeffrey Loria, low-life Loria, the biggest scumbag owner ever. He's getting sued now. What a shock. So he's so good though. He's so consistent and just fucking people.
What a real snake.
He's a genius. He gets the free stadium and sells the team right after. It's genius. Like, he's diabolical. Did you know for years, Jeff, that Laurie had a payroll of like $36 million and shit, right? $39 million. It was like fucking rock bottom. He was getting revenue sharing from the Dodgers, Yankees, and Red Sox and stuff. He was getting a check for like $35 million. So essentially, that's like paying for life with your per diem. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. He basically took the $40 million that he got in revenue sharing, put it into the contracts, and then kept all the television money, all the merchandise money. He kept it all. Like, George Steinbrenner hated him with a fucking passion. And so did the Red Sox and the Dodgers, because they knew what he was up to. But hey, that's good business, right?
Well, George Steinbrenner, I guess in many ways would hate Rogers, but like that he's there in his division because
they don't want to win. Yeah.
And you've said it. I mean, they are on the show.
You know what the Jays are? They're Democrats, fuck. They don't want to win. You know what I mean? It's like
they want to be just good enough.
The Republicans should be as bad as really. No one in the Democrats are so bad. They're a bunch of pussies. They can't win. And you're right. If you're the Red Sox, you're like, fuck, thank God the fucking Jays are a bunch of pussies, because they could outspend us easily if they wanted to.
They want to be just good enough to maintain what is, They
want to be just good enough to maintain suckers like you going to the game.
Yeah, and Gabe, you can't underrate in 2018, and I say this, I mean, you see what any major market team in pro sports is worth, their TV rights are worth on the open market. And a lot of the times that money goes right back into salary. Like, I'd be willing to bet Milwaukee of all teams recently probably signed a multi-year $1 billion TV deal. That's just how it works. To own the content, to own the team.
I know.
That's the biggest reason I think that's the biggest reason I think the Expos return has the most life. And that, like, Bell sees a way, like, owning a team and owning the content, and outside of CFL football, they get their ass kicked all summer. Well, I shouldn't say that, because they, TSN has the big events. They have all the tennis majors, the golf majors, like big, spectacle events. All seem to still be on TSN. But the value of that Jays TV contract on the open market could field a team like the Yankees. There's no doubt about it, what that would be worth.
But they're hypocritical Yeah, it would be a nice chunk. It wouldn't be quite, it's a different market, but
I don't know, man. Arizona got like $1 billion multi-year TV deal. I don't know why the whole Rogers Blue Jays baseball does insane numbers.
Yeah, it's almost like if they're half-ass good, it's almost like 1 million viewers a night. You're right. It's
insane. Like, when they're 78, to 500, a couple over, whatever it is, those numbers hold all the time.
But that's the thing that's angering about them. They use that. And I've heard some of the, that Greg Brady guy, he's a big fucking, bootlicker of the whole organization. So I heard him talking, well, the Jays don't have it. They don't have those television contracts and that stuff. Yeah, because you own the fucking team and you force your fucking shitty fucking product down everyone's throats all the time. But anyways, we could go on and on and on about.
I'm also the sucker that thinks they need to trade Donaldson. I want to trade Donaldson now. I want to trade Donaldson. I don't know, but I wouldn't even want to sign him to 6-7 years. I know, why not? Rogers, it's like you think they can afford to make mistakes, but clearly how they've run the Jays, they can't. Like, there doesn't seem to be mistakes available when it comes to payroll. Like, the Yankees sign a bad contract, they'll just push it aside and they'll bring in 2 more.
Yeah, you know what, though? Somebody tweeted us, you and I, and we were both in the link, and it is true. The bottom line is, and it was greatly put, that Rogers is willing to fuck over you, Jeff Feinberg, the Blue Jay fan, so they can air a Winnipeg Jet and LA King game right now that they have on TV. That's what this comes down to.
You're not wrong.
$1 billion on this shit. They fired everybody, dude. You're in the industry, you know.
Yeah.
It's a fucking shit show over there, fuck. They have no fucking money. They lose money on the NHL deal. Yeah, it's almost like they were so obsessed with beating TSN, and they did, all right? You finally did it. You displaced them. You're number one, but you chopped off your own arm. Like you chopped off your leg. You know what I mean? It's like, I beat my rival in a fight. It's like, yeah, you're paralyzed now, fuck. I hope you're happy. Yeah, you beat the guy. Meanwhile, your rival's walking around right now, fucking whistling Dixie. Like I remember the Bell president was asked, like, by the shareholders, sort of like, hey, what's going on? We're gonna lose hockey. And he goes, guys, fuck. Anything over fucking $3.4 billion is insanity. And he goes, you don't like me now. He goes, you'll want to fire me if I do this.
Yeah, and Gabe, who signed that?
Rogers were bidding against no one. It was Bell. And how do they not know? Word on the street is Bell were tapping out at $3.5 billion. And Rogers comes in, we'll give you $5.4 billion. Gary's like, sold, fuck.
And Gabe, you know who laughed all the way to England after realizing his mistake was former Rogers sports guy Keith Pelly.
Oh yeah,
he's doing an amazing job as commissioner of the European Tour. He lives a fancy life over in Wentworth, England nowadays, and that thing went sideways, and he knew exactly how to get out of town. He's no fool, that
Great
guy.
Biden, too. Yeah, fuck him.
Well,
him and Scott Moore, 2 people. Keith Pelly and Scott Moore. Watch what you can. It's like, yeah, whatever. Fuck. They're both experts at running shit into the ground. So
a few times, sure. I'll give you that.
I'm just being real here. How's TSN Radio doing? They're dead last in the entire city.
Gabe,
like the Dykes on mics, bro. A bunch of lesbians with like 15 watts at the University of Toronto have higher ratings than TSN.
It's Radio. Actually, yeah, for all and they've tried really hard. All the money that Bell has put, to try to push it. And I was there, Gabe, when they first got, their ability. They thought that they would get in the game big time when they were finally able to get Leafs radio rights. Doesn't mean shit.
Oh yeah.
Doesn't mean shit. I don't know. And I don't know what it is like. People like my dad, he's 70, 6 years old. He'll listen to AM radio in the car, but he doesn't even he's just on the fan. He wouldn't even know TSN radio exists. Like, it's weird. And not to say it's better or worse, but literally people don't even know it exists in some way.
Dude, when I used to do the OTR shit, It's the only time I'd ever listen to sports talk because I'd be in the ride they'd hook me up with, and hey, you want to listen to it? I'd be like, all right. And I fucking hated fucking Brady or whoever was on Sportsnet. He had it on the Fan 590, the guy.
Yeah.
I was like, put it on TSN radio. And the guy asked me, he's a driver, Jeff, sports fan. He's driving around for a living. He asked me, what is it on the dial?
Yeah.
I said, I'm like, bro, I don't know. I have no idea. That's TSN Radio, who's been in business for fucking how many years now?
Yeah, no, it's been a long time.
They are in the dial, and neither does anybody.
And Gabe, yeah, you're saying it. And the ratings, true show. You're not just making a joke. The ratings show they don't make a dent in the fan, and it's not even like whatever. You have a fan, and it's not like the fan is doing anything great. So people clearly just, I don't know.
Yeah, they can go fuck themselves.
Yeah.
Laura Dykin's doing a nice job, though, in the middle of the night there.
I like Laura. Laura gets all those, fringe assignments, and she's happy to do them, and she does them very well.
Yeah, exactly. It's time for Laura show up at someone's door with the McCain Super Fries, fuck.
Yeah, they looked undercooked to me.
Yeah, like Natasha's coming to hang out, fuck. That's it, fuck. That's the stupidest. That's the stupidest. I saw that. I'm like, it's the stupidest thing ever. Yeah, Natasha just.
It was big. Yeah.
She's not wearing a jacket or anything. She's just holding a plate of French fries. Is there room for one more viewer? And your girlfriend's not freaking out, right? They bring her in, and the guy's she sits on the couch. It's like, imagine telling your wife there, Jeff, hey, listen, there's just this fucking hot blonde chick that lives down the street. She's got McCain Super Fries. She wants to watch the Chargers game. That's going to go over well.
Yeah, and I don't want to throw old stone. Yeah, I don't know. We could throw stones, but I don't want to.
No,
I'm just saying. I see, cabbies resorting to relevance by, saying Fergie's anthem was good.
What, did he defend Fergie's anthem?
Yeah, I'm just saying, he's so irrelevant. He has to take a hot take, to get into some debate.
He's just trying to get in her pants. Fuck, he's probably met her before. He'll be the one person. Hey, listen, I'm not, and man, listen, my relationship with Cabby. It is what it is.
Good for him. He's making a lot of money doing Advil commercials.
That's in my mind. I was going to say, he probably makes $140K a year to do nothing.
Nothing.
He does an Advil commercial. Hey, send us the play of the week that you think is the hey, and they basically they paid him to take him out of circulation almost.
Pretty much, right? Good for him, I guess. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah.
You know what's ironic, actually?
Yeah, they paid him to take him.
He's not happy.
I believe that. I believe that
because he's an egomaniac, and he wants to do his thing. He wants to go touch Kobe and do his shit, and they don't want him to. They're like, dude, we're paying you. Shut up. Read this Advil promo and shut up. That's the bottom line.
Yeah, no, and yeah, you're absolutely right. You're right. They're paying him. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah.
I agree. Somebody says what TSN Radio needs is Eric Cohen. Fuck. Eric Cohen should have it. Ratings would go up if Cohen had his own show.
Yeah. I feel bad, I know, I don't know. For what they put on there, I don't know why, but there was some anti-Cohen sentiment in the radio from the beginning. I don't know why. None of the program directors would chance. I don't know.
Look at this, Jeff. Look, you saw, man. I was on fucking OTR so much, dude, over that last 2 years or whatever. People thought I worked for TSN, fuck.
Yeah.
I had, they put a disclaimer up for me. I on the street, hey, there's the guy from TSN. I was on so much. Michael Landsberg goes to radio. You know how many times I've been on? 0.
Yeah, that's weird.
Not once. So somehow I'm on their national television network fucking 2-3 times a week. Yet their radio, I am barred. I am I've never done anything either to them. There's, for whatever reason, I am persona. They don't want me so much so. Steve Rapp in the Inside the Line show, Jeff.
Yeah, they wouldn't let you. Yeah.
Yeah, they had all that treachery with Randall and Jordy, and they all stabbed each other in the back and shit. So Rapp wanted to get revenge on Randall and fucking Jordy, so he came to me. And he said, can you and Cam do the Sunday morning show with me, the NFL show? And, I'll pay you. So I'm like, yeah, that sounds good. And TSN Radio shut it down, even though he was paying for the airtime. Like, the airtime was bought. Like, TSN Radio didn't want me on their radio and Cam so much so that they refused like $250,000 of free like airtime. They actually ended up doing it with Dave Bastel.
No. And what's so weird about that, Gabe, is the people that like were in charge there weren't even like from Toronto. Like, they brought in like Vancouver guys. Like, I don't even know how they would. I don't know.
What, that Rob Gray guy?
Yeah.
Dude, Rob Gray's incompetent.
I'll bet.
I'm being kind when no, you know what? Maybe he's very competent. The guy's had a fucking high-paying job for the last 12 fucking years for doing absolutely. I know him from the Vancouver days. I used to be on the fucking team in Vancouver. I used to simulcast my show to Montreal. He was the guy I dealt with. And, oh, yeah, he's a fucking moron, that guy. Like,
yeah, well, and now
I was a Bell shareholder. I'd ask some serious questions. Like, I think I might do it. I'm going to send an anonymous letter to, like, Bell, like shareholders.
The funny thing about –
I want to know why you could spend all this money and why you have all that shitty talent on TSN Radio and how Dykes on Mics has better ratings.
The sad thing is, I don't know. I mean, I just feel I don't think anything could help them. Like, outside of and I don't even think he's that great, but outside of like getting McCowan, like, I don't know what they could do to make people notice them. And McCowan's not relevant. McCowan hasn't watched a game in 30 years. I've worked with his son at the Argos. He's like, no, McCowan's great at having experts on, and he knows how he can see a box score and knows how to ask right questions. He's great at that. But he's not like you, you guys, you're watching games, everything. Like, no, he's not watching a game for his life. I promise you.
Kentucky, speaking of games, Kentucky is up 72-65. We told you, Kentucky coming on. Boom, we're on Nebraska as well. They're coming on. We need Valpo to come back. Fucking Valpo, you son of a bitches. All right, so 1-1 in the Czech Republic game after one period of play. So, Jeff, Blue Jays, over under 81.5.
I'll say this, not to sit on a fence, but it's going to land within like 2 games, like either side of that. That's just what they are.
I can't disagree with that, but they're not getting.
But I would lean to
getting 84. You're right. It's going to be close. They're going to. I think they get to like 80, 81, 79.
But to your point, if I have to bet it, I guess a gun to my head, I lean under. And I'll say this as a Jays fan. I think the best case scenario for the long term of this team is Donaldson has to play great. Guys like J.A. Happ, Estrada have to play well, and they got to just trade them. That's it. I'm still like, it sucks, but.
Yeah, so how the fuck can you bet on how can you just answered your question for the over?
That's what I mean. You gotta bet I don't want to.
No, they're not in buyer's mode unless they shock us and they win a million games out of the game.
They would have to do everything would have to go right for them to try to make themselves better during the season. That's for sure. To make a trade that would add to the club, everything possible would have to be going right. And that would be, I'm a fan, that would be a lot of fun, but I don't know, man.
Kyle Johnson says, my buddy did landscaping for Bob McCown. Said he was a crusty old bastard that just smoked and watched them. His wife complete opposite, cheery, giving out food, saying hello. That's like every husband.
Yeah.
He's got the eye on the landscapers. Making sure. My grandfather was the nicest guy in the world. I remember he was fucking yelling at a paper boy once over like fucking 50 cents. It's like, you're ripping me off. Like, you didn't bring me the Saturday paper and you want me to pay for it?
Yeah, your grandmother's probably offering him like a cookie.
Yeah, exactly. My grandmother like gave the kid $5 after. It's okay. It's okay.
Yeah.
I wouldn't expect that Bob McCown would be like, they're all grumpy. They're all grumpy. I heard it's a real experience to watch a football game with Joe Bowen.
Oh, yeah, I know.
He likes to pound him back. He's a big Notre Dame Fighting Irish fan.
Oh, I could see that.
Let's just say shit gets pretty X-rated there, Jeff. It's not Holy Mackinac is not. He's a little more hardcore in real life than Holy Mackinac. I'll put it that way. All right, so Honda, they're going to Florida now. California West Coast swing is over. Now they go to Florida. This is the build-up into the Masters, of course, in Georgia. So the countdown to the Masters, unofficial countdown. I guess once the month comes to an end, and that the feel is really in the air. But it's a great time of the year. I know you love the Masters. To me, the Masters is good because it just sort of symbolizes summers pretty much here, right? Baseball, playoff sports, baseball, playoff basketball, hockey, March Madness. It's a great time of the year. But we got the Honda Classic, which is a real tournament. Let's jump in here right now. The favorite of the tournament, Ricky Fowler. And just as an outside observer, seems to be ultra fucking rare, Jeff, that favorites actually win golf tournaments.
Yeah, that would be the case. And, I'm a guy that is just a sucker for Ricky. I'm not betting him this week. I'll get into it in a second. But statistically, Ricky is off the charts, Gabe. But, his amount of wins for a guy that has very few PGA Tour wins, for him to be 8-1, he did win here last year. He hasn't won since the Honda Classic last year. It's amazing to think he only won once last year. I'll actually be there this weekend. Just some not the greatest family news, but I got to go see someone in my wife's side of the family. Her grandmother isn't doing great, but she's not doing horrible. But we're going to Florida. And I happen,
I'm not. It's just your fucking segue, bro. The way.
Well, I don't want to. I didn't know.
I'm going to be there. I'm going to Florida. I like what you said. So you try to set it up. Hey, so
I'm going to golf this weekend.
You're like Trump. You're going to pay your respects at the hospital, but after that, you gotta. What do you want me to do? I'm going to go to the golf course for a couple hours, right?
Pretty much.
It's because I know you were like, yeah, I'm going to be there, but you wanted to temper it before. I'm like, oh wow, that's great. You're going to the golf tournament and shit. You're like, well, yeah,
Yeah, no, it wasn't a plan, it's random, but just the timing of everything happens to be that I'll get to go to Saturday and Sunday at the golf. So I'm pretty excited about that. Ricky Fowler, though, I'm a big Fowler guy. This course, Gabe, historically it sets up for a lot of wild cards. Water is everywhere. Wind can really play a big factor. The winning score isn't typically that large, and it can leave a lot of guys in play who can plod around 2 under a day and stay out of trouble. All of a sudden it's Sunday, they're 8 under, and they're right there for the win. Yeah, I know favorites historically probably haven't done very well here at the Honda Classic. A lot of, big numbers can come up here and hit. It sets up for that. And a lot of European players who set up shop in that Florida area, they make that their American home base. They're getting their season going. So it's a really cool and exciting field. Ricky at 8-1, though, he doesn't really – I don't know how much. If he wins, I won't even feel like I missed. I don't know.
Yeah, exactly. You know what? It's one of these deals. If he fucks, sometimes I get the feeling, and I get brainwashed by you guys sometimes. DJ. Oh, he owns this car. Oh, he's way better than everyone. I'm like, all right, fuck. I'll fucking play him at 6-1.
Yeah.
I'm like, the favorite never fucking wins.
Yeah.
Whenever people say, and this week it's Ricky, right? This week it's Ricky. Everybody loves Ricky Fowler this week.
Yeah,
if he wins, the 8-1 won't be enough to piss me off. You know what I'm saying?
That's
I'm
exactly
like, oh fuck, everyone said it. Because I'm going to be like, I can't do it at 8-1.
Yeah, no, that's exactly what I said, on the show with Pat this week. I love the guy, but there's not enough money I'd put on it to think like, oh, I missed out on anything. And as an example, a guy that I'm, really high on this week is Tommy Fleetwood. He's sitting in that, 28, 30 to 1 range, Gabe. And he's 30 to 1 to win the Masters, Tommy Fleetwood. A lot of people, have 80 to 1s from a way back, and that's a nice hot ticket that we got. But he's 30 to 1 to win the Masters. He's 30 to 1 to win this week. Ricky Fowler's 16 to 1 to win the Masters. He's 8 to 1 to win this week. So I don't know why Fleetwood's, I don't understand why they wouldn't give him love, but it's a trio. It's those Europeans, Fleetwood, Noren, are the guys that kind of really catch my eye, and I'm not betting them, but Tyrrell Hatton is very dangerous as well. They're a little behind the favorites. Rory's here. He's had success. Justin Thomas is always dangerous. A guy like Sergio's making his North American debut here. He has success at this course, but I don't know. I feel like it's going to be a pretty wide open week, and some big numbers are definitely in play.
Yeah, sorry, Jeff. I'm just looking over here. First off, I didn't realize there's a pretty cute blonde chick on the women's curling team of England. Secondly, Rachel Holman. This chick fucking looks, man. She looks like she's defeated. This woman is going to fucking, she's never going to want to hear the word South Korea ever again, this girl in her life.
Gabe, this is
type shit.
This is like Canada, Nagano. The concept of us not meddling, making it out.
Parents, she's 3 and 5.
We didn't get out of round robin.
I didn't see it live, but I just saw the highlight.
I watched it.
It was paying attention. You see the tall, hot one, the blonde one, Emma Miskew. So there's been a lot of friction between these two. And last night, guys, it's late in the game. They're choking against China, and the Emma chick says to Holman, and Holman's the skip, so she's supposed to decide. Emma's like, I really think you should, take this from the left. They're debating the right shot. And Holman's like, I'm not really comfortable with that. And Emma just drops the bomb, which is so totally un-Canadian. She's like, whatever. We're about to lose anyways. And I'm thinking, holy fuck, man, dude. Cat fight. It's like Scott last night, the postman was in our chat, and he said that Emma's gunning for Holman and thinks Holman is holding him back. And that's fucking brutal, dude. They lose. To me, I mean, as far as Canadians are concerned, dude, I saw the chick. Holman threw her fucking broom. I've never seen a chick do that. After the game, she threw her broom against the fucking wall on the way out, man.
The odds for Canada, I mean, to win gold, they were laying minus 160. So their odds to medal would have probably been ridiculous. And to be eliminated in round robin, at least in Canada, that's got to be the biggest upset of the Olympics for us by far.
I made money though, Jeff. I'm no curling expert, but I made money. I caught on early, dude. I could sense Holman was fucked, and everyone knows in the chat, man. I said it the whole Olympics. I could tell early. I'm like, man, this chick's nervous. She's not in the zone, and I could just tell there was friction with the team. You could tell Holman was rattled. Her husband's getting shit-faced at 6 in there every fucking day. It's like, fuck, man. The whole thing was a fucking train wreck. Like everybody said, man, where's Jennifer Jones when you need her, Jeff? Nice. Jennifer, Holman's the hot girl that you'd like to fucking smoke weed with and do and go to a hockey game with. Jennifer Jones is your aunt who's going to get the job done. You know what I mean? Jennifer Jones has got ice in her fucking blood. These hot little fucking cute girls. Oh, I'm fucking nervous. Oh, it's not going my well. I can't believe the Chinese are beating me. It's like, you got to get your shit together, girl.
I watched the game. I was into it. It was rattling.
You're rattled.
Yeah, I was. It was not cool.
So would you agree with this for some reason? And I hate to say this because I'm going to sound like Steve Simmons, but how come, Jeff, I'm not happier for Vesa Turchu or fucking, what's her name? Something. Tessa Virtue and fucking Scott Moore. Everyone's going ape shit. I guess they're near perfect. It just sucks. I don't know. For some reason, they look like mannequins to me. They are damn near perfect, so I'm going to give them that. But I don't know. Do you feel the same way? Were you like, oh, yeah, good for them? I was like, I guess. They were the favorites anyways, you know?
No, I mean, I can't lie. I don't know. I'm buying into the hyperbole.
Oh, you are? Good.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it's amazing. Like, you see the stuff of them, starting so young together and to be here. I don't know. That's pretty.
You think that they've ever had sex with each other?
No, they've admitted they dated. I don't know if that means they dated when they were like 14 or like 13, like dated.
Yeah, or like they're married now, but not with each other and shit, right? Exactly.
Yeah, so I don't know, like they dated and they said like it didn't work. That story, played many times because, everyone outside of Canada assumes
probably gay.
Well, everyone outside of Canada
probably one of the reasons why it didn't work.
Yeah, and I don't know. Apparently, she's dating a guy that looked like. Apparently, she's been dating a guy that looks like just like him, which is pretty funny. But yeah, I don't know.
What do you think of Lonzo Ball dumping his pregnant girlfriend for some fucking R&B singer? Cool or not cool?
It's definitely not, cool. But I don't know. I don't know, man. I look forward to the day he gets rid of his real family. Hopefully, I don't know. I don't really have. I have nothing. I don't know. That's not cool to dump a pregnant woman. So I don't know. But it shows maybe I don't know.
Scott Moore had a teenage job. He was a mannequin in the Sears window. That's what I'm saying, Sincata. Evidently, leaving your pregnant girlfriend in the hospital leads you to be a successful athlete.
What, Tiki?
No, Tom Brady. Think about this, Jeff.
Yeah,
Tiki. Fucking Phillip Rivers. It would be devastating to find out if the dude was nailing fucking snorting blow off of hookers' asses and shit. I don't have a problem with people to do that, but his image would take a hit. So
it would be quite the con job.
Yeah, I'm just stating, Phillip Rivers, God-fearing, Bible-reading, fucking praying motherfucker, can't buy a break. He's had a lot of bad luck in his career, this guy. Tom Brady knocks up Bridget Monahan, shows up in the hospital when she's spitting out the kid and says, hey, fuck, I'd like you to meet my new girl, Giselle, here. Good luck with that kid thing. And then rolls off. I love the tweet, Jeff, of Bridget Monahan. Nick Foles played a great game.
That was good.
That's as good as it gets.
That was good. Yeah, I'm not a religious person, Gabe, but I sometimes I just wonder, I don't know, you'd think God could be kinder to the Chargers because of Phillip.
What the problem is? Spanos.
Yeah, I know. It offsets, yeah.
He offsets the goodness of Phillip Rivers and the Christian. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Fire and ice.
Yeah. It's true. Phillip Rivers prevents us from being the Browns, but we still have that's right. Essentially, kind of.
Yeah. That's the gist of it. All right, Jeff. So before we get you out of here, so Fleetwood Mac.
Yeah,
that's what you're locking. That's your one and done. If you had one guy.
Yeah, I'm because I maybe might save him a bit. Alex Noren, I'm actually using for my one and done. But the guy that has the most money wagered on him for me is Tommy Fleetwood. Chesson Hadley. I'm just but going down the card, guys like Chesson Hadley, Ollie Schneider-Jans, Kevin Kisner, Louis Oosthuizen. Are my picks, and in that really deeper odd guys, haven't made any yet, but I've seen a lot of love for I don't know, Chris Kirks and Bern Wiesbergers of the world. I know Pat's high on Martin Keimer this week.
Does this victory mean for not just Bubba's confidence, but what we can expect?
I'm looking at
Bubba.
Yeah, no, I know fucking Bubba from last week. Fuck, I should have grabbed Bubba at fucking plus 400 on Sunday morning. Fuck me. But yeah, what about Kisner here? 50-1, maybe like a prop play, like top 20 for Kisner or something.
No. Kisner should. I expect him to play well here. I haven't, made all. I'm looking at him in that 50-60-1 range to potentially win this tournament outright. He's a good win player. He's got a lot of success on the Bermuda grass. He has a lot of success on courses with a lot of water, coastal courses. I expect him to play well. Very well this week, actually. He'd be on my short list to win this tournament of guys with nice numbers.
Yeah, dude, I don't know. I'm watching this fucking Czech Republic fucking game, and that's just fucking hockey highlight. It's NHL highlights everywhere. Oh, there it is. For fucking sake. Sorry, I must have changed the channel. All right, we lost the Valpo bet. Kentucky's up right now, 82-72. So it looks like we got greedy with the fucking in-game second half. But Jeff, it's always a pleasure, my man. Thanks for joining us. So Jeff alluded to, he does videos with Pat Mayo, and you can check that out. G Feinberg, check him out, and the PME on Twitter, but Feinberg on Twitter, G Feinberg. But it's always a pleasure, Jeff.
All the best, Gabe. Good times.
Good stuff. Thanks for joining us. All right, we're gonna have to start. Billy Horschel, says Sincata. We're gonna have to all start, like, we're gonna have to hand out like Gravol. Like, what's the pill for like motion sickness? Like, we got to get a sponsor for this segment with Feinberg. Like what do you take like when you go on a boat? Fuck, isn't it? It's Gravol. On a plane. You're on a boat. You're like, whoa, fuck, I'm getting queasy. I don't really get queasy on boats, to be honest with you. I did once. I vomited. I threw up like a lot on a boat once, but I was really hungover, fuck. And I was throwing up on land before I got on the boat. It was in Mexico. The guys on the boat were calling me El Muerto. El Muerto. I went fucking shark and whale watching. I'm all fucking hungover, man. Fucking. Everybody's, oh, look at the whale. Look at the whale. I'm like, fuck. How much longer is this fucking tour? Fuck. That's my new nickname, actually, El Muerto. I'm the angel of death, fuck, El Muerto. It's got a good ring to it, too. And what's good is I didn't give it to myself. It was given to me. I kill point spreads. Nobody can kill a sportsbook account like I can. The legendary El Muerto. I'm going to get like a fucking jacket and shit. Fuck, El Muerto. People, I'm going to get fucking wacko and shit. People are going to think I'm part of some like crazy gang or something. Yeah, I didn't. I didn't do anything to the camera. Like, it went to the SPR logo just on its own. Yeah, I'm aware what it means, Popinski. Beanfield, it's the Google Hangouts. It's not Apple. It's Google Hangouts. Google Hangouts does some weird shit, man. No, we're even hardwired now. I'm not even on Wi-Fi anymore. I should look into it though and see if we can get an even better. If we can get a better, better fucking higher speed. Fuck, gotta get the highest speed possible all the time. All right, we're gonna take a break anyways. The stream won't change for you guys or anything, but I'll log off and log back in here. So give us a couple of minutes, bong break. Like I said, I'm taking this in stride. I deal with this shit all motherfucking day, man. All day. All right, 1-1 in the hockey game still. 1-1 in this hockey game. We're on under 5.5, so we're going to try to sweat this one home. We'll give you some picks for the late night stuff. We got a bunch of other men's hockey coming up here in the late night hours. I'm enjoying the Olympics. It's fucking up my my schedule's been all whack for a couple of weeks now. Fuck. This Olympics has fucked me up. All right, so break time. Break and reload. Reload. Grainy. Holy shit. The Wyoming game is 117-107. Holy fuck. Yeah, is it ever motherfucking grainy? All right, settings. Oh. Here we go. Hey, there you are. You know what's unbelievable? Like earlier in the day, I did a video today. I did my Plays of the Day video, and I was amazed about how fucking clear it was. I was like, damn, man, that's as clear as I've ever seen it. That's fucking wicked. Now here we are. Look at this. It's like Atari or something like that. You know how fucking choppy this shit is. El Muerto. This is why I'm El Muerto. Look at this. It gets worse and worse. How's the audio? Is the audio choppy or is the audio fine? Holy fuck, man. Yeah, ever since I've been officially El Muerto, I'm disappearing. Oh, shit, it's 2-1 for the Czech Republic now, too. All right, we're gonna have to just fight through this. We're gonna have to fight through it. It'll pop up. It'll correct itself. All right, all right, all right. I agree, Dylan. I was going to get to that, actually. What's up, Dylan? All right. Give me a minute here. Oh, no, it's starting to clear up a bit, isn't it? It's shitty, but it's starting to clear up a bit. It's a good point by Drew. The computer is smoking hot. You know, I'm going to have to start. Oh, look, we're clearing up. Here we come. Look, I'm getting older again. Oh, fuck off. Now it's 2-2. It's fucking total. Look, it's like I'm clearing up. There we go. And we're back. So the USA just scored. It's 2-2. There we go. What up, Tony? So, yeah, so like Dylan is saying, so we talked about it last week with the impending doom in college basketball with all these teams under investigation from the FBI. We already know that Louisville are up to shady shit. Pitino fucking lost his job already. There's a lot of weird. They're kicking the tires all over Louisville and what happened with like $140 million shoe deal and did Pitino get money? And there's all kinds of shady shit in Louisville. So Louisville today, and we talked about this, the teams are going to have to vacate. Teams are going to have to vacate championships. Like, you know, most likely, if one of these big teams wins the NCAA tournament this year, and they get busted by the FBI after, and we find out their players were ineligible, they're going to have to vacate the title. So what I don't understand is, basically, Michigan are fucking champions. Like, I don't, you know, like in the Olympics, if a guy wins a gold medal and the guy that won the gold medal tests positive for steroids, then he's not the gold medal winner anymore. The fourth place guy becomes the third place guy. The third place guy becomes the second place guy. Like, where's the teeth to this bullshit of vacating? Who gives a shit? Oh, you vacated. So what? You got to take your banner down? Big deal, fuck. It's like USC. USC terrorizes the college football world for a couple of years, and then years later, oh, we got to vacate it. It's, you know, whatever. Louisville still beat Michigan that night. What does it change? Unless you actually say, you know what, you vacated it, and you're no longer champions. Congratulations, Michigan. We have a fucking reunion, and we hang a fucking banner. Like, I don't understand, like, this vacating bullshit. Then, if you're vacating it, then Michigan should be the fucking champion. Yeah, so the way I look at it is Michigan are now your 2013 champions. Yeah, exactly, Larry. I agree with Rich. Bring back the old players, replay the game. I talked about this on the radio show today. It fucked me over in Vegas once. It was UFC 100. It was years ago. It was UFC 100. It was UFC 100, and I had an epic night that night. I literally went 10-1. There was 12 fights. I remember I didn't bet one of the fights. I was like, I don't want to bet that fight. You know, I bet like 11 of the 12 fights. I literally went 10-1. All right. I fucking crushed it. I had a few parlay tickets, but they were mostly single bets. But like, I literally won every fucking fight except for one. And it was a Carol Parisian fight. And then after, it turns out, man, motherfuckers all hopped up on Adderall or wherever the fuck it was. I don't know, fuck. Basically, like 5 days later, they're like, oh, yeah, fuck, by the way, that one of those prelim fights, you know, Buddy didn't, you know, we stripped Buddy of the win because fucking, you know, he tested positive. That was the one fight I fucking lost. But it's tough shit. You know what I mean? You can't save your sports ticket and go back and say, wow, they overturned it. It doesn't matter. Like in somebody, Mark T, you're asking, in the fight game, the way it works is whatever is announced in the ring, that's the official decision. So if they announce something in the ring and then an hour fucking later say, you know what, we fucked up. It's not, you know what I mean? We got to correct this. It's now, it's not the winner. You find out, oh yeah, this guy, we know he tested positive. Fuck, we're stripping him with a belt. It's, you know what I mean? It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Like a fighter could fucking kill someone fucking hour after the fight and it doesn't change shit. Whatever was fucking announced in the ring is the official bet. That's the one you're betting on a fight. So whether you UFC, boxing, Bellator, whatever happens, you fucking WWE, whatever happens after is irrelevant. And it's fucking bullshit. You know what I mean? Like if you bet $500 on a fighter and you lose your $500, then you find out fucking 4 days later, it's on the Monday, 2 days after the Saturday, oh yeah, Chael Sonnen won, but he was on roids and you lost the money. Well, what's the punishment? You know, there's no punishment. You're fucked. Chael Sonnen already got his money. He didn't give a shit. It's like Brock Lesnar. You know, Brock Lesnar does steroids, gets caught, leaves the UFC, goes to the WWE, does steroids, comes back, you know, does a bunch of roids, comes back to fight Mark Hunt, goes back to the WWE. He knows. He's like, yeah, I'll do steroids. What's the consequence? There is none. You know what I mean? Whatever. I'm retiring anyways. I'm never going to fight in this league again anyways. Yeah, so basically, I told you guys the story, and some of you remembered the match better than I did. But I bet on WrestleMania one year pretty good, fuck. Like I actually put like 250 a fight and shit. A fight, 250 a match on WrestleMania. And like that was the max they would let me, and I was all into it. I literally like sprinkled like $1,700 on WrestleMania. Like, I don't know why. I was like, you know what? I'm really into it this year. And okay, I think I have it. And I was a fucking idiot. Fuck. Instead of listening to like, you know, and really, really reading up on what the wrestling fucking guys are saying, I sort of went in there. I was like, I looked at all the odds and I was like, man, if just one of these fucking underdogs wins, it's going to pay big. Fuck. You know, it's going to pay big. Sort of like the Undertaker and Lesnar there. You know, a lot of people knew the Undertaker was like, yeah, the streak's coming to an end. Fuck, get in on this shit. Get Lesnar at plus 600. So I had some success betting on WWE by just taking crazy shit. Like, you know, I would basically take every big underdog. Hey, the Miz is plus 800. Fucking Brock Lesnar's plus 4. You know, and I would count on just sort of there being one surprise turn. So I went big. I put like 250 bucks on every fucking fight. I bet like 8 fucking fights in a row and shit. And I was losing, man. And I won like 1 or 2 of them, fuck. But it didn't work, fuck. Everything that fucking the script said happened. Like all the predictable shit. Oh yeah, fucking range wins. And you know what I mean? Everything was really predictable. And there was one, I forget who it was, man, but it was like plus 400 and shit. I really wanted it. Fuck. I was like, man, I got to get this. Fuck. I got to get some of this money back. And yeah, all sports is fixed, Popinski. What's the difference? Fuck. So I remember reading the fine print on the bet, actually, because I was like, you know, what's the fine print on this shit? And you're betting on WWE. So I'm looking on the fine print, and it's like, all right, whatever is said at WWE.com is official. So not what's said in the ring, but whatever the result at WWE.com is, that's the official result. So I'm watching a match, and I fucking hate fucking Shawn Michaels. I've never liked Shawn Michaels. And now the guy fucks me for fucking $1,200. My guy won, fuck. Shawn Michaels was the guest referee. I forget, someone told me what match it was. Shawn Michaels was the guest referee. The Rock was there. It was like a bunch of big name guys. I think John Cena, fuck. I think I bet against John Cena, which it's like not a smart thing to do. Fuck. So it's like betting against the Harlem Globetrotters. I thought he was due to lose. I don't know who the fuck it was, man. But my guy won. Like, ding, 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 ding. He got his arm raised and shit in the ring. And I actually got excited, fuck. I jumped up. I'm like, yeah, fuck, what a call, fuck. I'm like, plus 400. Yeah, man. I'm like, it paid off. I did it. Fucking right. And then there's Shawn Michaels. Oh, no, it's the special guest referee. I declare that the match keeps going. And then I lost, fuck. And then I lost. You know, my fucking level of rage. Yeah, I think it was Triple H. I think Triple H won, fuck. Because I remember getting like livid about fuck you, you fucking old fucking boss-daughtering motherfucker. I'm like, why are you even here? I'm like, what are you doing? I'm like, fucking, yeah, I think he hit him with the fucking sledgehammer and shit. Highly illegal. It's like, hey, Michaels, fuck, how about you make a fucking call, ref? Oh, I was fucking pissed. I was like, I couldn't believe it, fuck. I'm like, man, I remember like I jumped up like with joy. I was like, yeah, fuck yeah. And then, you know, and it took like 5 minutes too. Like they celebrated like it was over. Like they really sold it, like wrestling style. Oh, no, wait. Oh, no, there's something going on here. Here's Howard Finkel. Wait, here, wait, hold on, King. Howard Finkel has something to say. Oh, no, it's been decided that since he stepped out of the ring and whatever, the replay, they made some bullshit thing up. Shawn Michaels has decided that the match must go on. I nearly fucking smashed fucking my computer, man. I literally nearly like fucking picked it up and just fucking... Rock bottom, fuck. Are you kidding me, Stooch? I got it way worse than that. Like, rock bottom? Come on. That's rock bottom? We hit worse than WrestleMania. Guys, we're betting on fucking Vietnamese teenagers playing soccer. Fuck. All right? We're betting on the Filipino fucking D-League. Betting on WrestleMania is like betting on the Super Bowl next to some of the shit we bet on.
My name's Bobby, and I am an addict. At least that's what Priscilla says. She's going to leave me unless I quit gambling. Puzzles me, though, that word, gambling. Whenever Priscilla gets a car out of the garage, she's gambling big time. Never checks the mirror. Sticks it in reverse. Puts her foot down right out on the highway. Jeez Louise, that's gambling. Here I am, Gamblers Anonymous.
And your point is what, Bobby?
My point is this. Life's a gamble, right? That's the thrill of it. You know, you folks aren't here because you're gamblers. You are here because you are terrible gamblers.
Well, let's.
That's the problem. I mean, you lose, and that's why you're here.
Okay, Bobby.
I've been looking at you guys yammering on.
Whoa, woe is me.
And woe is me, and this is terrible. But you know what the problem is? The problem is you don't have a thing.
Can we just...
They don't have a thing.
Bobby.
They need an edge. You need an angle, inside track, something that's going to turn you from being a gambler to a hustler,
right,
from
Bobby,
a loser to a winner. Why should we give up the one thing in life that we really love? These folks don't need to stop doing what they're doing. They just need to get better at it. Who's dealing?
Please.
Who's in? Huh?
Johnny Kicknuts brings up the Little League World Series. I bet on the Little League World Series before. I bet on the Little League World Series before. I actually have a legendary meltdown. There's a legendary rage meltdown from years ago on the radio. We were on Hardcore Sports Radio at the time. I remember like watching the game. I fucking flipped on a fucking kid. I was like, you know, like it was like this little blonde kid, and the kid was crying and shit. So I felt bad, you know, but it was like it was a famous, you know, it was fucking hilarious. Like, we're live on the air, and like we're all talking and shit, and like Richard Garner's there and Sarah and everyone, and like I'm watching the game and I look up and I just say, "Oh fuck, come on, kid, you got to make that play." Garner's like, "Did you just say, come on, kid, you got to make that play?" And I was like, dude, fuck. It was a routine fucking ground ball. And the kid, you know, it was this little fucking kid on Arizona. I'll never forget. It was Arizona, fuck. It was a Little League World Series. And then the kid fucking had another error, and I fucking lost it. I was like, all right, fuck. Fucking get him out of the game. I was like, dude, you're fucking, you know, you're letting your teammates down, Timmy. Like, so the kid was crying and shit. He fucking booted the ball. He's fucking, you know, he was all rattled. And I was like, man, you fucking little shit. I started to go off a bit and fucking. I told, like, I don't know, you know, pretty degenerate, but we bet on Remember I told you, like when we played Madden football, we bet on the out-of-town scoreboard. So like the game would start and we'd even make point spreads. Like, so you'd see like in the first up, you know, you're playing the game and it'd be like, all right, what do you got here? 7-0 Dolphins. But Bruce Chad listened to the audio February 13, 2015. Clam Chowder was on. My name is Bobby, and I'm an addict. Now, we had a decent night tonight, but every time I step up and sort of go big, it always sort of sets me back, motherfucker. Hey, the Boston Bruins have come back. Oh, shit. 59 seconds left in the Bruin game. I'm on the fucking Bees. The Bees. I took them when they were down 1-0 as well. So I got them at plus 160. Colorado scores. Boston. 3-2, 1 minute left in the game. I told Tony Sincata today, what did we talk about? Boston's goalie. Ooh, Oilers going on the power play with under a minute left, and they pull the goalie. They're going to have a 2-man advantage here. This period brought to you by James H. Brown, personal injury attorney lawyers in Alberta. James H. Brown, he'll hook you up. I guess he had to throw the H in there, right? Because you can't have jamesbrown.com. All right, 3-3-2. 44 seconds remaining. Man, those are some fucking orange-ass jerseys the Oilers wear, man. The little girl behind the bench is cracking me up, man. Like, she knew she was on camera. Eminem's playing. She's doing like the hand shit. It's like her mom's like all pissed off looking at her phone. They're both wearing Oiler jerseys. Man, they're setting this shit up like it's Game 7 of the Stanley Cup Finals. Like, it'll be Draisaitl, Connor McDavid. There are 44.4 seconds remaining. Hey, listen, you ain't going to the playoffs even, fuck. You ain't winning shit. Thank you for informing us there can't be icing, fuck, when they're on the fucking penalty kill. Oh, Jared dumps it down the ice. Would this be a clean sweep for us in hockey tonight? We gave it the Flyers. We gave it the Flyers. We gave you the Leafs. We gave you the Predators. We gave you the Bruins. No. Oh, fucking Draisaitl nearly scored. And the Boston Bruins win the game. Hey, good. We needed that. All right, so we got some CONCACAF shit going on here. Hey, call it TFC rolling along. It's 2-0 right now. 73 minutes left there. Winter Olympics. Freestyle. Ski cross. We got the Mexico Cup. Not fucking late night fucking shit, eh? You know what's funny? You know, we survived the football withdrawals. You know, after the Super Bowl, it's kind of a little bit of a letdown and stuff. But you know, the NBA's been so good, but it's been a rough week this week, man. Like, this is the week where it's like, man, you know, thank God for the Olympics right now. But like, if you're the NHL, like, you're just stupid. Like, why wouldn't you have like late games tonight? You know, there's nothing else going on tonight. Like, the NHL, the stupidity of these guys, it's like they should look and go, look, the fucking NBA is off all this week here. This is an opportunity for us to make sure we crank out some games like all night. We can really take center stage. But no. Let's have our last game start at 8 o'clock. They're just stupid. They're stupid. The NHL is run by stupid people. Money charts. While the XFL is coming back, buddy. You're the last person that should be on a frozen lake, Mick. Fuck. You're going to fall in. There's no way in hell I would go on a frozen river with Mick Ossie. Like, you know. Yeah, Mick, you should be like on one of those like Canada's most dangerous drivers and like the road shit, the highway to hell. Yeah, the dive team. I don't know, man. Maybe you ever notice, Big Will? It's like people that aren't Canadians seem to have a fascination with standing on frozen water. Yet us Canadians are like, there's no way in hell I'm going out there. Like, I always see people like, oh, look, you can stand out here. Yeah, good luck with that. Fuck, have fun. That's like the #1 cause of death in Canada. Fuck, people falling into frozen fucking lakes, all right? When I was a kid, I used to actually play hockey on a fucking lake and shit like that. And it would be sketchy sometimes. There'd be like parts where it's like your foot would go in. It's like, oh shit. Like we tell, hey, keep away from the slushy part in the corner there, right? Like times have changed. Nowadays, like the whole city would get sued. Like you got kids playing on a fucking lake where fucking people are going to fall in. Yeah, that's a great idea for a show. Mick Ossie driving a fucking 18 fucking wheeler rig on the 401 in Canada, North America's busiest fucking highway, in the snow and in the ice. Anyone ever seen the ads for that show? It's a fucking death trap, that fucking highway, man, the 401. I don't want to make light of it, but as we speak, like right now, somebody just got severely fucked up on the 401 somewhere. Like, you know, like I said, I don't want to be I'm just being factual. Like, as we speak, someone's life really sucks right now. They're upside down in a fucking ditch with glass in their face and shit. And they're about to get smoked by an oncoming fucking 18 fucking wheeler if they don't get out of the way soon. What's up, MVP Sports? We're going to see you in Vegas, bro. Yeah, cars and campers. Fuck. They all... Man, that poor guy on the Indianapolis Colts that died. You can't stand on the side of the fucking highway, man. You can't trust that people aren't going to do stupid shit and run into you. It's not dark. It's a fact. Right now, somebody getting into a car accident. Fuck, it just is. Right now, somebody's dying. Right now, there's a baby being born. Right now, somebody's getting fucking engaged. Right now, somebody's getting broken up with. I told you guys the craziest fucking story is when I was in high school. When I was in high school, a guy that was on my baseball team, not like one of my best friends, but I knew the dude. A nice kid too. So, but we were in the same school, and he was on my baseball team, and I knew that his father died. And, it's kind of rough as he's a kid. He's a teenager and shit. He's like 13. We were like 13 at the time, I think, 14 or so. And his father died. And he came in and he showed me the obituary. Like, he cut it out and he showed me the obituary. So it was like cut out in a small piece type thing. And I thought it was strange, actually. I was like, I don't know why he's showing me this. Like, So, like, at the time, so he comes up and he shows me. So I read it, and I'm like, yeah, I'm really sorry to hear about your father, man. It's terrible, man. Like, and he tells me, he goes, turn it over. I turn over the obituary, and it's the birth of my brother. I have a little brother. My mother, remarried, but the birth of my brother was on the exact back page of the obituary of his father. Like, he cut out the obituary and by chance, like, sort of saw the other side. And on the other side, it's like, Pamela and Kent welcome in their baby boy Scott, born healthy, 9 pounds, 87 pounds, whatever, at this hospital. One side of the paper, his father's obituary. You flip it over, my brother's birth. That's some crazy shit right there. Yeah, that's some crazy shit right there. You got a Heavy Rescue. That's the show. Heavy Rescue 401. Here's a trailer of Heavy Rescue.
Oh, this don't look good. Holy, somebody's having a bad day.
You hear? See? Soda's like, oh, it's pretty dark what you just said. They're showing like a massive crash, and you hear one of the cops say, somebody's having a bad day. That's the fact. That's the first thing I think of when I hear an ambulance. And there's a lot of them in Toronto, trust me. Whenever I hear an ambulance and I see an ambulance speeding somewhere, I always just think that. I'm like, well, somebody's life really sucks right now. Otherwise, this ambulance wouldn't be on the way.
Holy, somebody's having a bad day. I don't know how the hell he got there. Within minutes, James Ireland answers the call, heading out in his 75-ton rotator. It sounds like a truck hit a couple buildings and has got inside the wall of the third building. It's definitely not a call that you hear every day, a vehicle running into a building.
James' right-hand man, Bubba, follows close behind.
That don't sound good, you know. You don't hear of trucks in the buildings, especially in a small town.
The quickest route to the industrial sites to the north in Alliston.
Could that guy be any more Canadian? Yeah, it didn't sound good there, eh? You know, he's building his truck into the building. This guy doesn't sound too good there, eh?
The quickest route to the industrial sites to the north in and man Bubba follows close behind.
That don't sound good, you know. You don't hear of trucks in the buildings, especially in a small town.
The quickest route to the industrial sites to the north in Alliston is right through downtown Tottenham.
There's probably a couple hundred trucks that go through there every day with automotive parts.
But this morning, no one's getting through.
Oh, this looks like a big mess. Holy cow, man. Good Lord.
The chaos on the roads. When you see this show, you realize you're like, man, there's just a lot of steel and metal out on that fucking highway, man. Like fucking. That's not a stereotypical Canadian, Drew. That's fucking, you know, the guy's sort of a hoser truck driver type shit. That's not standard. But the voice, oh, that doesn't sound good, eh? Not every day you hear about that. Like, the way he said it kills me. Even, listen how Canadian the first guy sounds on the walkie-talkie. Somebody's having a bad day.
Oh, this don't look good.
Holy, that is so Canadian. That's like hit Canadian. That's like hoser shit. The guy, holy. It's very, like, there's like our boy Stucci in Minneapolis and shit. There's a big correlation between the way a lot of Canadians talk and like the movie Fargo and stuff. Like a Canadian would fit right in Fargo. It's a cold day, eh? Oh yeah, it's real cold. Big storm coming later. Holy, somebody's having a bad day.
This don't look good. Somebody's having a bad day. I don't know how the hell he got there.
The truck's like smashed in the building. Don't worry, Bubba's on the way, man.
James Ireland answers the call, heading out in his 75-ton rotator.
It sounds like a truck hit a couple buildings and has got inside the wall of the third building. It's definitely not a call that you hear every day, a vehicle running into a building.
James' right-hand man, Bubba, follows close behind.
That don't sound good, you know. You don't hear of trucks in the buildings, especially in a small town.
He speaks like Ed Orgeron. Ed Orgeron. He speaks like Ed Orgeron, like he skipped words, like sort of, you know. We play well at stadium. We go to stadium. You know, like he doesn't say we go to the stadium. Like at, you know, the coach of LSU. It's not like, yeah, we're going to Alabama this week. We go Alabama. We go Alabama weekend. Like he skips words. You know what I mean? Like he does it. We're not going to Alabama. We go Alabama. You know, tough stadium. We go Alabama. It's never easy there. He skipped words. He's like, not often you hear truck building. Like he didn't say a truck into a building, Bubba. He sort of tailed off. He's like truck building, eh? Well, you don't hear that every day. His right man hand, Bubba.
Sound good, you know. You don't hear of that.
Follows close behind. James' right-hand man, Bubba, follows close behind.
That don't sound good, you know. You don't hear of trucks in the buildings.
Trucks in the buildings. It's fucking gold, man. Like I said, the show is really funny. I don't even watch the show. Here, there's the link. I knew it would be funny just to fucking check out one of their fucking promos. That's just one of them. Oh, look, it looks like Bubba's a recurring character, actually. Here's one, big ass fire.
A westbound semi-trailer has been ripped wide open. The truck lost control, clipping a streetlight, then swerved across 3 lanes of traffic before coming to a stop.
We're trying to decide what we eat here.
Classic Towing's Charles Coffrin is first on scene, but he wants some expert advice.
Dispatch. Hey, James, it's Charles.
100 kilometers north, Classic's lead heavy operator, James Ireland, takes the call.
James, great operator. Like to bounce ideas off of him on big wrecks like this. His opinion means a lot.
I've got a tractor trailer split open. It's got corrosive material on it.
What size trailer is it?
It's a 53 foot. We know it's got a roughly 55,000 on it.
Okay.
I'll send you a picture now.
Yep. Oh, nice.
James Ireland's the man. You got a fucking rig that's split open on the side of the highway. You call in James Ireland, fuck.
Blowing here. That winter is blowing here. Holy.
They love the holy shits. Holy shit, eh?
Nothing's gonna happen, man. Everybody's going so slow.
We're lining up now. We're gonna get all the guys out there, and when the soldiers come in, we will be headed out.
We're off. We are. Let's go.
Well, we're getting ready to go out plowing.
It's all up to the public now. They got to stay off that highway. Let us do our jobs.
Let's do our jobs.
If we don't get out there quick enough, stuff's going to hard pack on the highway, and we're going to have a lot of problems out there. It's going to be a continuous plow run. We'll go out, come back to the gate, load up again, and we'll go back out. We'll do this right until the storm's finished.
These guys are hardcore.
A lot of people understand how the
but we'll go back out there until the job is finished.
would work in the far left shoulder lane of the express, and then every plow behind that picks up the snow and takes it to the right shoulder of the highway.
We're about 14 lanes to get over to here.
Come on, guys, let's roll. Come on, collectors, keep rolling. Okay, guys, line them up.
The dramatic music really adds to it. They really do sound Canadian. Bubbles. You like Bubbles, Johnny Kicknuts on a Trailer Park Boys? You know Bubbles is a very good guitarist in real life? Like in real life, yeah, Bubbles actually was in like a Rush cover band and shit. Yeah, Leahy passed away, unfortunately. Yeah, Leahy's gone. For the record, he didn't drink in real life. Like, he wasn't drunk on the show. All you need to know about the Trailer Park Boys, all you need to know about the Trailer Park Boys is I work, you know what, Johnny? I don't know if you know who Sam Losco is on the show. Great character, Sam Losco. I know him. Like, I worked in the same building with him, all right? Like, at the TV studio, he worked, like, for a production company in the building. So I used to fucking see Sam every fucking day type shit, all right? And he's, you know, Sam's a funny guy, but Sam Losco, yeah, the caveman, he's not, like, part of the clique in the same way everyone else is. Like, him and Randy weren't part of the, you know, they don't have the same pull. So this is, yeah, the guy with the gun. So what's funny about Losco is in real life, all right, he's the same. So I went up to him and I said to Sam, I'm like, sorry to hear about Leahy. And he goes, what? I'm like, sorry to hear about Leahy. Leahy died this weekend, huh? And he goes, oh, yeah. He goes, yeah, it's too bad. And then he goes, but, you know, he's like Feinberg. He goes, you know, I got to be honest with you. He goes, maybe I could get his spot on that tour. He goes, they're going to need someone now. He goes, they're going to be down a man. He goes, I'm going to wait a few days before I make the call though. But, you know, I think, he goes, I might be able to get on the tour now. So it's fucking gold. It's like such a real life Trailer Park Boys thing. He's like, yeah, I'm sorry he's gone there, eh? But you think I could, you know, get in on that job there? You know, like, you think I can get like Sam went right into, I think I might be able to get his spot on the tour now. It's like, I remember thinking, like, I was like, damn, fucking, these guys are cold. Fucking, like, he was totally not. He was like, yeah, it's too bad. He goes, yeah, he's a nice guy. It's too bad. He goes, you know, I didn't drink at all in real life. People think he drunk, but he wasn't. He goes, he's really straight. He goes, really good actor. And he goes, yeah, I'm going to wait a couple of days before I call them. But, you know, he goes, they're going to need someone, man, on that tour now that he's gone. There wasn't like deep. And if you remember, exactly, you're exactly right, Drew. It's like one of those, if you think that showbiz ain't cutthroat, it's like, and he had nothing against them. He's like, yeah, I'm sorry. He's like, oh, yeah, it's too bad. But he goes, yeah, I think I can, you know, get on that tour foot now, though. It's just such like a real Trailer Park Boy thing that would happen in real life, you know? Yeah, funny. Yeah, Sam Losco. He's fucking hilarious. In the show, he's funny as fuck, too. I won't say, I don't want to ruin the Trailer Park Boys for people, so I won't say. But I know, like, I've had them on my show and shit. Like, the drummer of my band, Homicide, was in the fucking Trailer Park movie, actually. Like I said, I know guys that know them. You know what's crazy about that show, too, the cast, is the little girl. I never fucking realized, like, that girl became the fucking girl. What's her name in real? What's her name? What's the actress's name? She's actually fucking hot, but she's like a raging lesbian, though. Like, hardcore lesbian now. What's her name? Fuck, the chick. What's the actress's name that was on that show? Ellen Page. Thanks, Larry. I had a big crush on Ellen Page, fuck, after that movie Inception. And And I didn't even realize. I was like, holy fuck, that's her. That's the girl. She was fucking good as a young actress, too. She was funny as fuck. Yeah, Ellen Page. They tried to get her for the movie, and she said no. She's like, no. Like, that's not happening. Like, because I asked Losco about her. I said, what about Ellen Page? Fuck, you ever fucking meet her? Like, when she's grown up, now she's a big star and shit. And he goes, yeah. She goes, yeah, she doesn't have attitude. I was happy to hear. He's like, no, she doesn't have attitude and shit. She's not like, she went to like a reunion party and shit. But he said, no, they couldn't get her though. Like she's not doing like fucking, she didn't like something in the show too. Like, now she's old and shit, right? So basically, if you want Ellen Page on the show, there would have been script changes. She would have been like, yeah, you know, this is going to have to change. And she wasn't a big part of it anyways, right? So she was funny as fuck on the show, man. Remember, like, she was a little drug dealing hustler, man. She'd like rip Ricky off all the time. Yeah, so like, yeah, he told me, because that's all I was interested in. I was like, what about Ellen Page? And he goes, oh, no, she's cool, man. And even Losco goes, because I said, she's fucking hot. And Losco goes, Steven told me, Losco like busts like some fucking lesbian jokes, right? He's like, oh, yeah, but, you know, she's not down with dick, eh? I'm like, yeah, I'm aware, Sam, fuck, you know? Yeah, it's Ricky's kid. That's it. It's Ricky's kid. She was fucking funny in the show. They're all genius, like, to be honest. Like Jonathan Torrance, that's the white rapper. He's really good. Fuck, that guy can act anything. Like, and in fact, that's how Sam Losco got on the show. That's how Sam Losco got on the show. Sam Losco met Jonathan Torrance on a plane. Like, the whole trailer park story is fucked. Like, Sam Losco in real life worked with Randy, the guy with the belly and shit, Randy. You know what they did? They sold air conditioners. You can't make this shit up. So Randy is an air conditioner salesman in fucking Halifax, Nova Scotia in real life, okay? He's not an actor. He's just a fucking he's a fucking, you know, he did drama in high school type shit, but he's an air conditioner guy. Sam Losco in real life is flying to Halifax to get a job as a air conditioner salesman with fucking Randy. He knows Randy for some reason. All right. But Randy's not Randy yet. Randy's just a fucking air conditioner salesman guy. And Sam Losco is on the plane going to Halifax. And by chance, his seat is next to Jonathan Torrance. Jonathan Torrance is a Canadian actor who's kind of famous and shit. He's J-Rock. So Jonathan Torrance tells him, I'm going to Halifax right now because there's this new show that we're putting together. And it's going to be, you know, it's called, you know, he starts telling him about there's a show and it's going to be really authentic and it's going to be funny as fuck. And for some reason, Torrance knew Randy too. So Sam's like, oh, I'm going to interview for an air conditioning job with Randy. And Torrance like, oh, yeah. And like, he's like, oh, Randy knows the Bubbles guy and whatever. So they all sort of, it's Halifax. Everyone knows each other type shit. So basically on the plane, Torrance tells Losco, you're pretty funny, man. You'd be perfect for this shit. Why don't you come? So basically, Losco gets the job like that. It's pretty crazy. No, I never met OJ, no. I've never met OJ, and I've never had him on my show. I never interviewed OJ Simpson. For the record, the coolest one in real life is Julian. Losco is cool too, but Losco's not like the big star in the show. Like out of the three guys, Ricky, Bubbles, and Julian, they're all very, very similar to their characters in a way. Like Julian's the serious guy. He like writes most of the shit. Like he's sort of the brains behind the operation. Bubbles is too. Bubbles is pretty smart in real life. Like he just plays that dumb act with the glasses and shit, right? He's an actor. Yeah, like Julian's very cool in real life. He's very like his character. He's sort of just chill and late, you know, he's very cool. Ricky's kind of a prick in real life. Like Ricky, like fucking, you know, he's the one that fame got to a little bit. You know what I mean? I'm not blaming him. Yeah, Freedom 35. You know, like Ricky's the one that like sort of embraced being the star and shit. You know what I mean? Fucking this hockey game is still tied 2-2. We're really sweating this one out. So, yeah, that was it. So I was going to tell you, I don't know if you guys remember. Remember the chick with John Gameshi and shit? The Lucy chick with blonde hair on the show. You remember, like, she testified against John Gameshi in the rape charge and the trial, and she refused to do the fucking show. She refused to do the show after out of like script fucking, you know, whatever, man. She thought they were dicks. They made a couple of jokes. I guess somebody said something about her that she didn't like. See, even Losco, like I remember I asked Losco, I said, what's the deal with the Lucy chick? She's testifying against Gameshi. He's like, she's a fucking, like he started ripping her and shit. Like it's really funny. Like it doesn't take much prodding from Sam to get stuff out of him. He's like, oh, she's a crazy bitch. Fuck. Like, he's like, she complained all the time about everything. No, I never interviewed OJ. I've interviewed a lot of like infamous people though. Like I had Chris Benoit on my show like fucking months before he lost it. I have the promo of Chris Benoit getting all angry and shit. They destroyed it. They destroyed the tape of it. Like I had Chris Benoit saying, "This is Chris Benoit. You're listening to Sports Rage. Vent your rage, or I'm, or else I'm going to lay the crippler on." Like he was threatening people and shit. Like he was cool. Like he did like 4 or 5 of them. Like, "This is Chris Benoit. I'm with Gabe Morency at Sports Rage. You better listen, or I'm coming for you." Like he had all these fucking like threatening promos, and it wasn't that long after that he did what he did actually, and. I asked about it. I remember right away I asked. They said, "Hey, what about I said, "Fucking, you better not play those promos, fuck." Eh? And they said, "Oh, they destroyed them immediately." Yeah. We had I had Bill Cosby on Sports Rage once. I had Bill Cosby on. You know what's fucking crazy? You know what's crazy? Clam chowder. Not all of you guys know clam chowder, but a lot of you do, right? Clam chowder fucking shook Jerry Sandusky's hand. Yeah. Bill Cosby. I don't know if he's the richest guest. I'd say that, yeah, Bill Cosby, probably the most famous. Probably the most famous. I've had a few famous people on, but I've had like more infamous people. Like I had Rodney King on Sports Rage before. You asked me about that was it. That's why I'm thinking about it. You asked me if I ever had O.J. Simpson. No, but I had Kato Kalin on Sports Rage before. Yeah, I had Kato Kalin on the show. The only reason I had Bill Cosby on, I got lucky. Fuck. Basically, Bill Cosby. I was on the front page of the newspaper. Yeah, Kato was on a few times. Yeah. Yeah, Kato was on. I think you're right, fuck. He was going to be a regular. Like Kato was on a couple of times. I've never met Kid Rock, no. But I was on the front page of the newspaper in Montreal. The French newspaper, the Journal de Montréal. And it was really funny because I was living in a really French part of town, all right? I was living near the Olympic Stadium in the East End. I fucking loved it there. Nobody knew who I was. It was just fucking great, fuck, So they didn't know. And they were hardcore, man. Like, they never asked me shit. No one asked questions in this neighborhood type shit, right? So I used to go to this local corner store all the time, but the guy used to always talk to me about sports. But I never told him, fuck, I was on the radio or anything like that. So he used to just ask me, and he used to say, like, "Oh, I'm going to follow your ticket." I used to play like the mise au jeu. And he'd always used to say, "My son follows your tickets and whatever. Who do you like tonight?" And he used to ask me about the Canadians all the time and shit. So I didn't know this. I go into the fucking store one day, and he's all freaked out. "Oh, hey, oh," he's like, and like his fucking wife and his kid were all looking at me all smiling and shit. I'm like, what the fuck's going on here? Like, why are they all like this? And it turned out I was on the front page of the Journal de Montréal with Bill Cosby. Basically, Bill Cosby was in like a media scrum and shit. Except I was like right next to him, fuck. So I was like right there, and the picture they took was like me and Bill Cosby, essentially. I don't have the picture, actually. I should find it. So, yeah, so the guy was all freaked out. "Oh, Bill Cosby and shit." So, yeah, so Bill Cosby was there in Montreal at the home opener of the Expos because he was good friends with Frank Robinson, the manager of the Expos. All right, come on. No goal here. Fuck. Because if there's a goal here, we're going to get overtime and an empty netter, and we're going to be fucked. We need overtime. Good hockey game, actually. 2-2 right now. Here come the Americans. High drama, good hockey game. And I've even had the sound out. I can just feel the tension. Elimination game right now. The USA is a weird hockey team in this tournament. Like, they seem capable of beating anybody and losing to anybody. You know what I mean? It's like, what's the identity of the U.S. team? It's like, I don't know. They're pretty good at times. Like, sometimes they're flying around. You're like, fuck, these guys are pretty good. They got a couple of NCAA kid studs here on the team. But at other times, you know, they're kind of average. They're a weird team. I'm pulling for them, though. I'm pulling for Canada, obviously, but I'm pulling for the U.S., too. You know, the whole Miracle on Ice thing. So, oh, here come the Czechs. I hate to say it, though, America, and I know our boy, we got Drew here. We got MVP Sports, the big hockey fan. We'll talk Vegas in a second. Ooh, there's a penalty to the Czech Republic with a minute left. Yeah, we did a little baseball talk earlier, Daniel. We're going to hit it later in the week. We're sort of in Olympic mode right now. We're just shooting the shit tonight, actually. But what team do you want to ask? Throw me a team, and I'll let you know what I think. I'm telling you guys, though, as a Canadian, I am all too aware the Czech Republic, if this shit goes to overtime in a shootout and shit, I don't know, man. They always beat us, fuck. The Czech Republic are one of these weird-ass fucking teams, man. They find a way to win in these fucking tournaments. That was a really stupid fucking penalty that this guy just took. That's not on the ref. Motherfucker on the Czech Republic, like, two-handed slash the American. Like, what are you doing? There's a minute and 20 seconds left, bro, in an elimination game in the Olympics. What are you slashing the guy for? He's fucking stupid hockey player sometimes, man. Same shit last night, dude, in the fucking Slovenia game. Fuck. Fucking dumb fucking penalties. It's like we're on the power play and the guy in Slovenia fucking trips the dude. Yeah, you're really bright, bro. That's why you're not in the NHL, asshole. I don't know how this game is going to stay under. Huge Olin Nolan. 45 seconds left. Don't forget, these power plays carry over into overtime. Well, this would be a dramatic motherfucking goal. There's 1 minute, half a minute left, 30 seconds. Wisniewski, you're wasting too much time behind the net, bro. Oh, big lead pass. USA have a chance. This would be crazy if they scored right here. Don't do it. I don't care if you score with like 2 seconds left, but not 10. Hey. Why is the clock stopping? What, the Smirnoff Ices? Yeah, I got mocked for drinking the Smirnoff Ice at a New York Jet game by people on Twitter. The vodka ices are good. They don't get you too fucked up, but you get that nice buzz. Winner, winner, Paul. Damn right. We'll take it. We'll take it. We need it. All right, so yeah, we hit the under 5.5. That was pretty scary, guys. I mean, it was 2-2 coming into this period. All right, so overtime. They play 10 minutes. It's not 20 minutes, so they'll play 10 minutes of 4-on-4. They'll play 10 minutes of 4-on-4, and if nothing is decided, they go to a shootout. The Czech Republic, plus 155. USA, plus 260. Draw, plus 125. No goal in overtime, plus 125. USA to score, plus 260. Czech Republic to score, plus 155. This is interesting. Interesting number here. So the Czech Republic, plus 155. USA, man, it's not a bad, it's a nice value there, plus 260. I mean, this game's a toss-up, and if anything, the U.S. has been all over them. You got a draw here at plus 125, tie game after overtime, 10-minute period. Will the game go to a shootout? Plus 125. No, minus 173. Is anyone going to score? I think this motherfucker's going I'm going to check in on that, Drew. Hey, that's real fantasy sports talk. You can't, I was doing a draft live on the air. That's as authentic as it gets. I know it's annoying on those guys, but I'm going to do it more often. What am I going to do? That's real. I think it's going to a shootout. Except 4-on-4 for 10 minutes is a long time. If it was like 5 minutes, all right. But 10 minutes, I'm like, fuck, 10 minutes. USA are on a power play for 27 seconds here. This is their opportunity to do it. You got 4-on-3 right now. This is your chance. I don't have any action on this. I didn't pull the trigger on anything. We hit the under 5.5 in the game, but I'm going to see where this is going. But the thing with hockey is the eyeball lies. The eyeball lies. Look at last night, man. This morning. Anyone that watched that Norway-Slovenia game, fucking Slovenia dominated them, man. And, like, I'm watching the game. I'm like, man, they're going to win. They're the way better team. I already had them, but I loaded up in-game. Thing is, these sides are tough to pick in the Olympics, but we've been pretty good with these unders. Last night, South Korea cashed. The under didn't, but it was both plus money. The thing is, the Czech Republic are going to play for a shootout. This is what they do. This is what they do. MVP, you're saying shootout for sure, huh? I think the Phillies over 75.5 is very intriguing, Daniel. It's the same shit every night, Big Will. I always tell myself on this show, I'm going to end the show fucking at, reasonable time. Journey's Olympics. I'm here till fucking 2:10 every night. Last night, 2:40. All right, hockey game starting, guys, in 10 minutes. My voice is cutting out. And then the same shit. And then even me personally, every night I tell myself, I'm like, dude, I know there's games on, but you can bet them, but don't watch them. You know what I mean? And normally I don't get suckered into this shit. I can easily bet like the NBL and a breaker game and go to sleep and whatever, but every night in the Olympics, I tell myself the same thing. Don't get suckered into this shit till 6 in the fucking morning. And every night it's the same thing, fuck. It's fucking 4:40 in the morning and I'm stressed out. I'm researching how did fucking China's fucking, how did the hockey team do in the fucking early, like, last night it was 6 in the morning. I was fucking up pacing and shit, watching that stupid hockey game. No, I'm such a degenerate now, MVP Sports. You know what I do? I place a bet and then I go to bed. It's like my new thing. Like I'll gamble all night, but even when I go to bed, I'm like, I like to have a little action going when I sleep. That's probably the most degenerate thing you can say. I like to have a little action going when I sleep. Yeah, me too, Stucci. We're the same. I never sleep. But I like to have a little action. You know, so I swear, like whatever it is, basically, you know, when it's like 5 in the morning, 6 in the morning, and some fucking shitty soccer game is starting, I'll bet it. I'm like, just a little play, you know, I'll put, you know, $25. I'll just bet this soccer game. And then I shut it down. Boom. I close the computer and I pass out. Because I don't go to sleep. I'm not the type of person. I don't know how people do that. Oh, I'm going to go to bed now. I don't know how they do that. I don't go to bed. I just fall asleep. You know what I mean? Like when my body hits the wall, I hit the wall, but it rarely hits the wall. That's the problem. Like I feel the exact same at 5 a.m. as I do 5 p.m. Like I'm like a nocturnal person. Like the sky and like the light and the darkness doesn't affect me. Like it could be 12:30 in the afternoon. Like I felt the exact same way at 12:30. Like there is no morning, night, or day or anything for me. It's all one. I'm in one with the universe. Well, exactly, Juan. So, I'm not bad at passing out in airports, MVP. Although, you know, I was in bad shape when we were coming back from Costa Rica. And how many hours a night do I sleep? I've been, I'd say recently like 5. I've been sleeping more recently. I've been going to bed late, but I've been waking up later, which I don't like. Which I don't like. Like recently, my Olympic schedule has pretty much been I fall asleep at like 6:30, and I wake up at like 10:30 type shit. So like 4 or 5 hours. I'm the type of person that won't sleep at all. Like I'll sleep like 3-4 hours a night every night. And then usually like once every 10 days or 2 weeks, it catches up to me and I'll fucking sleep till like 4 in the afternoon on the Saturday, you know? All right. So as far as Vegas is concerned, boys, I see Johnny Kicknuts. So I tweeted this out earlier today. As far as SBR is concerned, we're going to have a get-together probably on the Friday afternoon. We're going to figure out the casino, but it might be SLS or Mirage. That'll be like with Zach Jones and the SBR guys, and Clay Travis will be there. Oh, U.S. Holy shit, USA nearly scored. But as far as Vegas is concerned, we tried to put together, we'll do the Airbnb thing, but it's too complicated. Everyone's getting there at different times. People are leaving at different times. You can't coordinate all these people. And we don't want to spend all of our time going back and forth from some house 4 miles off the strip and shit. So when it's all said and done, We are returning. Circus, circus. Yeah, you know what? Circus Circus is just the cheapest possible place that doesn't suck to stay. It's perfect, Circus Circus. Great sportsbook. Vince Neil fucking bar. It's the only place that shows the UFC anywhere on the strip that you can bet with the book right there. Great sportsbook. The Vince Neil bar. Right across the street from SLS. SLS is an upscale place. Now, that's the trick when you stay in Vegas. You stay at Hooters, but you hang in Mandalay Bay. You know. You stay at Circus Circus, but you hang at the Westgate and the SLS. You know, like, I lived at Circus Circus for months. I didn't spend that much time. I didn't play, the casino a bit. Circus Circus doesn't suck, but it's a great location. Like, Circus Circus is a 10-minute walk right down the street to the Westgates, the Superbook. The Sportsbook in Circus Circus is one of the hidden gems in Vegas, actually. They'll give you like fucking 4 drink tickets for a $100 bet. Like, they're very, very generous with the tickets. There's a little fucking smoking door right in the book. You step out, you can smoke weed. It's across the street from the SLS now. And the SLS is upscale, and they've got a beautiful sports book and bar and patio and shit. And it's right there. So, we've got options, you know what I mean? And it's right on the strip, so you can hop in a taxi. You want to go somewhere else, boom, boom. It's good central location, and it's fucking cheap. So, yeah, we were talking, the one thing with Circus Circus, Jeff Pro, you're right. Their steakhouse is world class. Fuck, I should have taken the under in this. Now it's minus 700. All right, so now it's a real crapshoot. Who's going to win in a shootout once it gets there? And Colorado and Vancouver are locked up at 4-2. I don't know, man. History tells me that the Czech Republic will win in a shootout. Yeah, check that place out. Oh, I don't know. Most of the sports books are all the same, Daniel, there. Like I said, Circus Circus is a good little sports book, actually. Oh! But we're going to mix it up when we're down there. Yeah, when we're down there, we're going to mix it up, though, Spend a little time at, at the Circus Circus book and go across the street to SLS, walk down the street to the Westgate. We'll go over once to the Golden Nugget, visit Brian Blessing, check that experience out. And Stucci, my boy, Johnny Liquor, lives right near Circus Circus, so we can just walk over to his house, do the show there. Going to be a great time. I'm looking forward to it. Basically, too, I'm going to record my radio shows before I leave. So I'm going to live it up down there in Vegas. I'm going to get fucked up and shit like the whole time. Up until the Sunday. I don't like flying. I don't like flying when I'm drunk or hungover and shit. It makes it worse. So, like, basically, I won't party to Wednesday night when I get there either. I get to Vegas like Wednesday night at like 9 o'clock or something. Vegas time. I'll go out. I'll go to the dispensary. I'll go to the sports book. I'll get all the sheets. I'll fucking write down my picks. Maybe I can get my bets in before the crowd and shit, in the Thursday morning circus. But then Thursday afternoon, man, it's like a vacation. And I never do vacations. But we're going to do it. We're going to do our radio show, so I don't have to worry about that stuff. And then this show, Thursday and Friday night, is loose anyways. Kyle Edge is going to be there. Kyle and Chris Edge are going to be there. MVP Sports is going to be there. Johnny Kicknuts. Cam Stewart. That's another thing too. Yeah, so on Thursday, I'll start pounding them back in the morning games. And it starts earlier there, right? So Vegas, the tournament starts at 9 in the morning, Thursday morning there. So I'm not going to start drinking at 9 a.m., but I'll be drunk by noon. You know what I mean? It's not like, oh, yeah, I'm not an alcoholic. I'm not freaking out for a drink, but I'll be fired up. You know what I mean? I'll wake up. I'll eat a normal breakfast, drink some Gatorade and orange juice or whatever, and then we go to the sports book. I'm going to start having a couple of drinks. So on the Thursday, the Friday, and the Saturday, we can party hard. The Sunday, I'll be beaten down. The Sunday will be the day where I'll just sort of fucking lie in my hotel room all day watching the games. Oh, yeah, we'll hit the casinos in the late night hours. That's the good thing about Circus, too. It won't be like the sports book won't be saturated. Like Westgate, like Grinch says. Westgate, yeah, no, I'm going to sign up for the app for sure. So I spoke with Zach Jones today. So basically, as far as the events are concerned, so Thursday night will be, the tournament night and stuff. Thursday night, we're going to do the show from our hotel room, most likely. From the hotel room or the sports book, if the Wi-Fi is good enough. All right, so at Circus, most likely. And, we'll have the boys over and shit, and it'll be cool. We can get the game in the room, fucking do the show for a couple hours, smoke some weed, drink some booze, then go back out to the casino. Friday afternoon, we're going to hook up with Clay Travis and his fans and the SBR crew and us, and we're going to have a viewing party and get all fucked up on Friday afternoon. And then Friday night, we're going to go to my boy Johnny Licker's house and do a poolside road rage on a Friday night. Watch the games there. And Johnny lives right across the street from the Stratosphere. So, looks like we'll have to return home a little bit to the Strat. Clam chowder would actually fit in well in Vegas. Oh shit, here comes the shootout. Oh, I didn't get in on it either. I think the Czech Republic are going to win. Fuck, they just took it off already, though. Oh, save. It's a real crapshoot, man. Colorado comes all the way back and wins. All right, looks like we're going to have to bet on some curling. So what's the deal? Fucking Canada's eliminated, but they have to play anyways? USA. Save. Both teams have been stopped. Both teams have been stopped. Kicking myself for not jumping on the under of the overtime, the 10 minutes, but 10 minutes is a long time, man. And they didn't score in the third period. Like, how long were they really going to go without scoring? Scores. They're going to win. Fuck. This is what they do. They play for this shit. They play for it to go to these shootouts. They never lose in this shit. That was a bad goal, fuck. You can't leave your leg. What are you, fucking Jenna Jameson? Come on, man. Oh, Donato, you made the move, kid. Oh, he made the move. It was a nice play. I was like, oh, pretty slick, kid. He didn't finish it. Finish it. Oh. So this is it. This is it right now. USA need to score. And they don't. USA are 0 for 3. They've got 2 more coming up. They're putting themselves in a hole here, though. They're running out of real estate. Like, if the Czech dude scores here, it's over. No, he doesn't. All right, at least we hit the fucking under in this game. I'll take it, but they still haven't paid me. It's like, guys, it's under 5.5, you cocksuckers. So now if the Czech, now they're paying me. So yeah, if the Czechs score now, they win. If they don't score here, the USA needs to score. And now, literally and figuratively, it's the final countdown. Milwaukee, the American Hockey League. Oh, this is the guy whose father was there in the video. Of course they have. That's what the Czech Republic does. Fuck, I should have just fucking bet on them to fucking win in overtime. Fuck, I fucking knew it. The thing is, they're not better. They're not better than the U.S. It's just, this is what the Czechs do. Settle down, YYC golfer. Canada just lost to these guys in the same way. We just lost to them too. This is what they do. And the thing is, there's nothing really for us to jump in right now. Shoulda, coulda, woulda. We won our bet. I didn't bet on a side. I only had the under 5.5. I'm just pissed off. I didn't take the fucking in game. I wussied out. I pussied out. I should have just blindly jumped in. Fuck. I should have said no goal in overtime and just bet the fucking Czechs to win after. Fuck. I told you, Canada should have just sent their women to play against the men. That game's tomorrow night. That game's tomorrow night. Canada versus the United States for the women's gold medal. It's at 11 o'clock Eastern, so it's a little bit earlier. That'll take center stage on the show tomorrow night. It'll be the Women's World Hockey Gold Medal Championship betcast tomorrow night. It looks like we're going late tomorrow night. And we're gonna be on for the whole fucking game. The game starts at 11 o'clock. It's gonna go to about 1:30 in the morning. For the record, tomorrow is going to be epic. I saw an interview with the captain of the USA team, and to say that they want to win would be an understatement. The problem with this is the total. The problem with this is in the Canada game tomorrow night, the total is 5.5, minus 286. Fuck. So we'll have to wait for the in game for the 4.5 to pop up. Money's been coming in on the USA. And it's interesting because I'm looking at Bet365 right now, and Bet365 doesn't accept wagers from the United States. So it's not like it's Homer U.S. money pouring in or anything like that. It's not like, you know what I mean? These are Canadians and other people around the world. Because earlier in the day, I looked. Earlier in the day, Team USA were minus 118. Canada were minus 105. Oh, it was minus 112, minus 105, minus 118, 107 and shit. It was sort of lurking in that range. Sort of a pick 'em, but shaded to the U.S. as a small favorite. Now, here we are, USA minus 139, in which Canada becomes the play at plus 115. You know, this is like a heavyweight fight. It can go either way. Like, I'm telling you, like if Canada was a favorite, I would say, you know what? We got to take the USA here. They're so evenly matched. You almost just have to take the plus money any chance you get. I mean, their games are the definition of a pick'em. But the difference is, the thing is, Canada have beaten the United States in 4 straight Olympic gold medal games. Like, it's not just like it happened a time or two. Like, the U.S. chicks have a serious problem beating Canada in the gold medal game. They can beat them for the world championship in these fucking little summer tournaments they play. They kick the shit out of Canada. Yet, whenever the gold medal is on the line, they fall short. Now, I'm not fucking tripping on cables here. It's a fucking mess. Fuck. Canada's up 5-1 now. This is the men's. Yeah, Canada women are eliminated. What's the over-under in this shit? See, I think Canada plus 115 and, under 4.5. It's 5.5 now, but we can't take it at that. We're not laying at 286. You could put it in a parlay. You could put it in a parlay. Now, we have some men's hockey coming up tonight. It's the old 240 game. Elimination games. Norway are right back on the ice tonight. Norway are going to be gassed. They were fucking lucky to win last night. Like, really fucking lucky to win. Like, it is what it is. Your goalie's fucking good. The only thing is, Russia are 40-1 favorites. I'm not shitting you. They are literally minus 4,000 favorites to win this game. I don't think I've ever... I guess there's been higher money lines, but, you know, not really. Like, when it's 5.5 and 4.5, they don't really have a money line. Like, off the top of my head, I don't recall too many 40-1s fucking a hockey game. Like, you have to bet $40 to win $1. You bet $400 on Russia, you get $410 back. You bet $4,000 on this game tonight, you get $100 back. It's like, I'll risk $4,000 and get $4,100 back. Like, so you want to lay the 3.5? Are they going to smoke them? All right, let's go over 12.5. Canada curling. Canada curling over 12.5. And of course, as I click it, they suspended. Why wouldn't they? Just as I'm clicking it. It's like they do this like every night to us. Eh? It's unbelievable. Fuck. Man, there's really nothing going on tonight either. You got some crazy-ass tennis. All right, now it's back. Come on, come on. And we're in. Over 12.5 Rock scored. Let's get this shit. Come on, Kennedy. At least the men aren't a bunch of fucking chokers like the chicks. All right, so this is what we'll watch to this evening to carry us into the hockey games tonight. Sweden's up 2-1 on Norway curling. South Korea just took a 3-1 lead on Japan. Great Britain and USA. Oh, shit, our boy Matt the Hammer's in action. I think the USA were lucky to beat Canada the other night. One of the dudes on the US was really good. And it wasn't Matt the Hammer. It was the other guy. They're not bad. Let's see what the number is when it pops up here. I'm intrigued by Great Britain here in curling against the US. I want to see the number. I don't want to pick on our boy Matt Hamilton, but I think the dude's going to choke. He fucking nearly choked it away for the U.S. the other night. Like, I'm watching this shit. It went from, like, the Canadian announcer was kind of depressed. He's like, this is, Canada's really, up against it. U.S., basically just has to not screw this up. And then there's Matt the Hammer. He fucking, like, rocked. He sort of fell over when he tossed the rock. It was like amateur hour, fuck. He's all pissed off after and shit. Oh, here we go again. Here comes the here comes the choppiness. Here comes the rain again. All right, so we grabbed the over 12.5. And this in Canada, Denmark curling. All the other curling's been pulled off the board right now. We've got some cricket, but don't bet the cricket because it might take like 4 days. All right, so what are we going to do with this fucking hockey game tonight? I guess the under is the fucking play at 5.5. You know what you would do here? We go with the under 5.5 at plus 100, and we hope for the fucking best early. Like, there's no earlier in the tournament, Russia racked up a bunch of goals on somebody on Slovakia because you know, the amount of goals counted and shit. You know, the tiebreakers and first place and all that type stuff. It doesn't now. They're elimination games. So, you know, we sort of saw that with Canada and Russia last night in a female game, or the other night. They won 5-0. You know, they didn't need to run it up. You know, they win a game and move on to the final. So Russia doesn't need to run up the score tonight. Now, I'm not saying they still could have won by 3.5. They probably do. But at 5.5, let's say it's 5-0. Fuck. You know, 4-1. I'm worried 5-1 beats us. The thing with this game is you can abort ship and bet the in game. It won't be like 7 or 8-1 or something. If I had to pick a side, I would say that Russia wins like by 4. I think it's a sharp number. It'll be a sweat job. They'll be up by 2 or 3. But I don't know, man. Norway just could fucking roll over. They're tough dudes, Norway and shit, but they played last night. They never made it this far. Then we got Canada in an elimination game in a shitty fucking time here at fucking 7:10 in the morning. Canada's minus 125 against Finland. The total is 5.5, minus 193. Go under, man. This game is going to be a 2-1 game. Canada and Finland are extremely evenly matched. Canada could kind of, you can't say they should win, you know. The Finnish guys have some cohesion and shit. It's a tough game, man. It's sort of like the USA and the Czech. Like, I think the Canada-Finland game probably goes to overtime or shootout. I think it's a 2-1 game. You know, Canada are minus 125 favorites. I like the under 5.5, minus 193. I think we can hit that. Then you got Sweden, Germany. The Germans advanced. The Swedes are minus 715. The Swedes are pretty good. They have a good team in this tournament. The total at 5.5 is a little high, though. Germany's not going to be able to score much on Sweden. I like the under right there. Those will be our fucking morning picks, man. The unders. I don't want to be repetitive with the unders, but they keep hitting for the most part. The only unders that don't hit are the South Korean games. The South Korean men's. And remember last night I said out of all the totals that worry me the most, that's the one that concerns me. And I was bang on, fuck. They gave up 5 goals. As long as the team doesn't suck, you know, it should stay under. The thing is, Olympic ice hockey, it's big. The big rink actually leads to lower scoring games. It's harder to score on the big ice. I'm starting to come around on, I used to think the NHL needed big ice, but I'm starting to come around on it. That if you had big ice in the NHL, it would be more boring. Like, it's actually more exciting with the pinball fucking crazy, you know, demolition derby it is. I'm going to admit I was wrong on it. There's too much ice. It's too big. And you can fucking take it away. Basically, like with the bigger ice, you just take away the fucking, the danger zone in the front. And they're too far to be worried. And these guys aren't the top best guys in the world. Like, NHL players would really figure it out. And the NHL would just be constant slap shots from the blue line. Like, nobody would be able to get anywhere. It's too big. You know, there's too much space. They can zing the puck out. They can get there. There's too much skating that needs to be done. When they set up the trap and shit, like the trap was actually invented by the Swedes. It's called the torpedo system. Like Jacques Lemaire with the New Jersey Devils that started in the NHL, the trap and the wall and shit. It's actually stolen, not stolen. Jacques Lemaire coached in Switzerland. All right. After he was with the Montreal Canadiens and shit, before he was coaching the Devils, Jacques Lemaire coached in Switzerland in like the Euro leagues. And he saw Sweden, and he saw this style called the torpedo. And it was basically send one guy in to forecheck and have four guys just fucking put a wall up, at the center ice, essentially. And, with the defense, and you know what I mean. So he basically was the one that brought this to the NHL. So it's just funny. Like we think, oh, the big ice. No, the big ice, they're the ones that invented the fucking trap. It was actually Peter Forsberg's father that invented it. So yeah, like with the larger ice, it doesn't lead to more scoring opportunities. It leads to less scoring opportunities because they just set sort of a box zone in the scoring danger. I mean, look at the power plays in this shit. They suck. They can't get close. You got to pass it back to the point. It takes for fucking ever to get there. You tee it up from the fucking point. The goalie's fucking got, everything is just, it's not better. You think it would be, but it's not. No, I'm not wrong. There's a reason why they don't do it. You ask every defenseman that played in the Olympics, that plays in the NHL, they all said it was easier on the big ice. Why the fuck do you think there's no goals in this shit? In the NHL, goals happen by accident. We apologize for the Google Hangout here. Google's really you're doing great tonight, huh? It's a great call. Who said it? Rich. Great call, Rich. You're exactly right. You're exactly right, Rich. It turns into soccer on ice. You take soccer, you put them on the indoor soccer, the arena soccer. It's fucking crazy. There's a lot of goals. You put them on a big fucking field out there, and there's none. It's easier to defend. Like, you look in the NHL, there's a shitload of goals because it's so fast. It's like, bam, bam, the puck rattles in front of the net, bam, buried in. It leads to chaos because it's smaller. You got all these big bodies bouncing around. Like I said, I'm wrong. I was one of the guys that bitched for years. Let's just leave it on fucking audio for a minute as it settles itself because it's annoying going back and forth. Yeah, I was guys, I was one of the guys for fucking years that bitched about this. The NHL is boring. They need to fucking get the bigger ice. The rest of the world, this is ridiculous. It's too small. There's no room for the skilled players to move. But I admit, I was wrong. The powers that be that fucking always said that you don't know what you know, that you guys are wrong. It won't be better in the NHL if we do this. It won't be more entertaining. It's going to make it worse. They were right. Every NHL player. Every NHL player. They always say the same shit. They're still choppy. Yeah, give up on the camera. We're going to end the show in a few minutes anyways, give you some picks. Drew's right. People are tuning into hockey to see guys get smashed into the fucking boards and demolition derby. You don't need skilled fucking players to make the ice surface work. There are no skilled players. The NHL are the NHL guys. It's always stupid. They're always fucking with stuff. Let's see now if the cameras gets any better. Oh, let's make the net bigger. Let's get more room behind the net. Let's do this. Let's fucking, How about you just leave it the same? Fuck. How's that? We've been playing hockey on the same fucking surface since 1984, or 1867 or whatever the fuck it is. I think it's just fine. Right, that's what it comes down to. Exactly, Rich. They're able to box people out, man. And the thing is, yes, the fact of the matter is, it is true that, listen, the Olympics with the pros was great. And it was great hockey. But that's because you fucking narrow the talent pool. The Olympics with the pros, when people are like, oh, look how good the hockey is on the big ice. Yeah, you basically took the fucking NHL and fucking made 6 teams out of the entire NHL. That's why they're all good. If you did the exact same thing and had those teams play in the Olympics as hard as they did, wanting to win in NHL arenas, it would also be the best hockey you ever saw. Man, all day, All day I've been dealing with this bullshit. And now I have to, this is the way the night's got to end. Oh, it's clearing up now. Of course. No, choppy, no. All right, guys. So we'll wrap it up with a couple of hockey picks here for you. Orr and Norway under 5.5, and we're going to hope for the fucking best. I think Russia's probably going to fuck them up. I'm not in a hurry to lay the 3.5. If I had to, I'd lay the 3.5. Yeah, exactly. Suicide watch. Canada is going to go under the number this morning against Finland. That Sweden-Germany game's going under the number too. You could parlay them both. It's plus 131. That's a nice pick right there. Let's throw Russia in to win. What does it make it? Well, without Russia, it's plus 131. With Russia, it's plus 135. 4-cent difference. It's almost worth it just to take Norway and hope for the biggest upset ever. Fuck. For the record, it just moved to 50-1. 50-1. So you got to bet $500 to win $10 on Russia. Yet they're only 3.5 goal favorites. With this type of number, you figure they would be like 5.5 goal favorites or something. The play is, guys, Canada, Finland, under 5.5. Sweden, Germany, under 5.5. Parlay is plus 131. If you want to throw Sweden in there, let's throw Sweden and Russia in there. It's plus 168. That's not bad, actually. Canada under 5.5 against Finland. Sweden, Germany under 5.5. Sweden to beat Germany and Russia to win pays plus 168. I didn't put Canada in this because I'm not sure Canada's going to win. I think that game's a real toss-up against the Finns. They could win. You're laying the 3.5, Big Will? I think that's the play. I think Norway hits the wall after last night. We'll just wrap it up with the audio here. I apologize. Some things are out of my control. It's not the internet either, guys. It's 1:18 in the morning. There's no one online. I'm hardwired and shit. It's just, maybe it's the computer fucking, I don't think so. I just think it's Google Hangouts. We've been on for too long on it and shit. Belinsky brought something up today, too, because when Dave was on, I complained to him today on the radio show about technology. And he goes, you know, we always complain when things don't work with technology, but, you know, we don't appreciate the fucking 98% of the times that it does. It just is what it is. Part of the experience. I'm stoked, though. Johnny Kicknuts. We'll see you in L.A., buddy. Who else is coming to Vegas? Yeah, like Tim Cannon straight, you know, like you should have seen though today. We're gonna get you into one of these trips again, Larry. Larry came to Vegas before. Well, you should have seen today. Like the Cam was trying to do like a golf hit on Skype with these guys. Fucking took like fucking an hour and a half for like a 40-minute fucking thing. It's just constant. Like it's just all fucking day, every day, man, dealing with this bullshit. Fuck. It's like, oh, hey, yeah, it'll be cool for you. You just do the show out of your house. It's like, yeah. Now, every time there's fucking some bullshit with your fucking computer program and shit, like, it's a problem for me now. Like, before, I just go in. It's not my problem. Like, yeah, hey, the radio booth is fucked up. Do something. Now, it's like, well, it's fucked up. You got to do something. And it's not easy. It's pissing me off. Like, to me, the shows have been good, but it's fucking pissing me off. Like, today, like, during the show and shit, during the show, like, I'm getting fucking messages and click this and do this. And, like, it's annoying. And Cam's the man, but Cam, like, doesn't talk. So, like, he can't, I need to set it up and shit. Like, he doesn't, so I'm telling him, like, listen, just fucking tell a story. Talk for fucking 5 minutes here while I fucking punch this in. Yeah, it's fucking constant. But at least we didn't get knocked off the air 13 times today. That problem has been resolved. They're undergoing an overhaul. They did like a computer, like sort of bug shit, I think, over the weekend, and it seemed to work. Basically, man, you've got one guy in Toronto, you've got a fucking dude in Vegas, and you've got a fucking dude in New York. And we're all fucking counting on the internet to connect together. It's a fucking issue sometimes. Like, and another thing is basically, I just need to learn. I'm learning on the fly now, like, of, all right, when this happens, do this. When that happens, do that. Fuck. Yeah, Tony's in Jacksonville. Exactly. Like, there's only so much we can do. Fuck. You know what I mean? But we're getting through it. We're learning. Listen, like I said before, if something was wrong and shit, it would get fixed by other people. So now I know, and I'm getting pretty quick at it. They're like, all right, when this happens, you got to fucking quit. Like, and I can't lie. The communication's not the best. Like, the kid always tells us, like, when we're on the air shit, and it fucking it enrages me. Like, I'm not going to lie. Like, that fucking radio show is causing me a lot of grief recently. But it's a fun show. Sounds like there's a crazy-ass car chase in LA for the ages. There's always fucking crazy car crashes. Yeah, a desktop computer would help for the show for sure. That's another thing too. Laptops are good, but they're not meant to be like fucking, cranking out podcast 18 hours a day. I'm going to look into that, actually. It's crazy, actually. We were supposed to have the fucking desktop computer, but we lost the fucking battle in the argument to take it. I was supposed to have it. Like, when we ran the show off of this new studio there, it was on a desktop. It was one of the big apples that we used to have there with Geller and shit. with Morency Sports. And it's good. It's perfect. It works. And I was supposed to take it with all the equipment, but they shut me down. They're like, no, you can't take the computer. Fuck. And Cardano was like, all right, we'll figure it out. And Cardano, whatever. Fuck. They kept the fucking computer. They were like, let him, do it on the laptop. Let him keep the laptop. They didn't want to give up that computer. Fuck. So that's a problem. Oh, yeah, man. You should hear some of the noises this fucking laptop. Like, I've gone through 3 of them. I've gone through 3 fucking MacBook Pros, literally. Like, I just fucking eat them alive, man. MacBook Pros are nice computers, man. Like, they're good. Like, we shit on them. They're good. If you're at home and you're watching a movie, you want to stream some sports, and you want to do your thing, it's going to be a nice computer. You want to fucking host fucking shows 24 hours a day and fucking... Because, guys, when I'm not on, I'm watching sports. I'm fucking getting ready for my next show and shit. It's just constant. So, yeah, we beat the crap out of these things. Like I can't complain. Like, I really can't. I bitch about Apple. I just get frustrated with the settings change all the time, and I don't do anything. It just, that's what annoyed me today. That's why our mic was fucked up to start the show. For some reason, the settings were different. But they didn't tell me that. Like, they didn't tell me, oh, by the way, if you fucking shut down the fucking remote phone program, the settings are going to fucking unfucking lock. No one told me. They tell me like 18 minutes into the show, during the show. No, you're right. I can't. Before I was like, I don't need a desktop. What do I need a desktop for? But now I see why. Now I see why. All right, so I got to get out of here. Fuck. So yeah, we're taking. I don't know what's going on in this curling. Fuck. No one seems to be scoring. They're at 7 right now. So. We're going to hope for the best. I don't love this one, guys. It sucks that Canada's not on at 2 in the morning instead of fucking Russia and Norway. Just be a more competitive game, but this is the one that worries me the most. I'm going to just dabble on the 5.5 under plus 100. But the Canada one, I'm going to lock and load. I'm going to fucking pull the trigger on the under 5.5. And Sweden, Germany, I'm going to take the under 5.5 as well. My best bet out of these games is the Canada. I'm taking the under 5.5 in all 3. I think we can hit. The one that worries me is the Norway game. The one I like the best is the Canada game. I'm doing my Plays of the Day video for the Patreon. So if you want that, that's at Sports Rage, patreon.com/sportsrage. I also give the picks on the radio show as well. So it's not like, oh, I'm not sharing them. But, I'll try to tweet out some picks tomorrow. We've been crushing the college basketball, but I don't have any overnight feels. I'll tell you, the underdogs are the way to go, though. Somebody was asking about that, the Auburn game. Dogs are cashing a lot right now. Alabama and Auburn. All right, yeah, it's tough. I don't want to throw a pick out there just for the sake of it. I'm leaning Alabama, to be honest. Big rivalry game, 7.5 points. The only thing is Auburn tend to fucking cover by like half a point all the time. It's frustrating. It's happened to me a couple of times this year where I bet against Auburn. Let's see if the video fucking can work on the way out here. It's happened a couple of times this year where I bet against Auburn. Most of the game, I think I'm going to cover. I'm just looking good. It's looking good. And then boom, fuck. Auburn fucking covers by half a point. All right, so we appreciate you joining us. We apologize for the shoddy shit here tonight on the way out, but hey, That's life. Other than that, you're on your own. Later.